Melissa Brady, Fox News. A swift verdict and sentencing for the man convicted of killing Georgia nursing student Laken Riley.
There's no end to the pain and suffering that he inflicted on our family.
Laken Riley's mom, Allison, asking the judge in Athens to hand down the maximum sentence for Jose Ibarra. And he did.
I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole.
The Venezuelan national convicted of all 10 counts, including murder, kidnapping, and attempted rape of Riley, whom Ibarra attacked in February along running trails near the University of Georgia. The case became a national lightning rod over illegal immigration and crime. President-elect Donald Trump on Truth Social saying in part, justice for Laken, and that it's time to secure our border.
Fox's Jeff Panasso. Ibarra waived his right to a jury trial, a sentence coming just hours after closing arguments. A former University of Virginia student just pleading guilty to a shooting that left 3 football players dead, 2 other students wounded in 2022. Christopher Jones Jr. opening fire on a charter bus as he and other students arrived back on campus from a day trip. The South Carolina mom who killed her 2 young sons 30 years ago by rolling her car into a lake is denied parole. Her ex-husband David, the children's father, telling reporters the parole board made the right decision.
Susan, in the last 30 years, through her action, has continued to proven that it's all about her.
Prosecutors say Smith killed her children because of an affair she was having, then made up a story about a carjacking. But she told the parole board today she wasn't trying to get away with it.
I was just scared. I didn't know how I could tell the people that loved him that they would never see him again.
Unsuccessfully pleading for mercy in her first chance at parole, her defense attorney says Smith had mental health issues that went unchecked. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It could snow as early as tonight. Cloudy, 51 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing in your radar for now, but that could change later. Low of 32 tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:02. You should know the science by now. Rain chances with temperatures dipping below freezing means you could get some snow.
It doesn't look like it'll be a significant amount, so we're probably looking at, some areas may have a trace or just a light coating of snow, and there could be some minor issues with travel on bridges and overpasses.
Randy Bowers at the National Weather Service says by the end of the day Thursday, 1 to 2 inches of accumulation is possible. A vacant building that used to be a Golden Corral burned down Wednesday off East Washington Street.
They had a heavy volume of fire, and basically they set up aerial operations and kind of did what we call a surround and drown.
IFD Battalion Chief Rita Wright says firefighters are still looking into how it all started. Nobody was hurt. Some accused drug dealers in Marion and Johnson counties were arrested Wednesday. Here's Ryan Hedrick.
At least a dozen people were arrested in early morning raids by the DEA. The cops say these people were not only selling drugs, but they were involved in violent crimes.
The groups that we encounter are continuing to change their methods, and we have to try to keep up with those changes.
Dan Schmidt, a DEA supervisor, says they're not finished making arrests. He also thanked local police for making Wednesday's operation a success. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
State Senator Greg Taylor would not answer any questions about the sexual harassment claims by 3 women against him. But at Organization Day at the State House, he seemed to allude to them in his speech to fellow state senators.
And I will let my actions speak louder than any word I could say from this microphone.
Taylor was reelected by Democrats as Senate Minority Leader despite those claims. And if you missed him last night, another round of college football playoff rankings were released by the CFP committee. Indiana still has 2 schools ranked inside the top 10. IU, one of them, being 5th, followed by Notre Dame at 6. What matters most, of course, those final rankings at the end of the regular season. Both IU and the Fighting Irish trying to be one of the 12 teams who will qualify for the playoff. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:04.
Fall in Indy is great, but don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
Well, the home was built in 1948. Paint on the aluminum siding was peeling, and I couldn't find anyone who would repaint it until I called Rhino Shield.
Rhino Shield's better than paint. And the crew?
Painted all my aluminum siding, and I've got a front porch that runs the whole length of the house and all the pillars. And once they were gone, I couldn't even tell that they were there.
And right now, Indy, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield Shield for 15% off the regular price. Plus, there's more great news. Rhino Shield has partnered with Green Sky Financing to offer affordable monthly payments with 0% interest loans to qualified customers.
Well, I've told a lot of people, do the Rhino Shield. It's really a great product, and that would be the way to go.
And here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
Call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint. Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
The traffic in the 5s at 3:05. Good afternoon, Matt Bear.
All right, Harrison, looking at southbound 65 after 21st Street crash, blocking the left lane, stopping us back to MLK, 22-minute delay there. And we had a stall in Lawrence on northbound 465 going to East 56th Street. That disabled vehicle is cleared, still slow back to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by PureTalk.com. Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month on their 5G network. Dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Cloudy skies staying in place for this evening. Scattered showers, few rumbles of thunder expected after midnight for tonight. Low temperatures in the mid-50s. Scattered showers still possible waking up tomorrow. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Ryan Morse for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it.
Oh, my goodness. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. Tons of things happening in central Indy and around the country, especially from a law and order perspective. Some good, some bad. Mr. Attorney General Todd Rokita. Please, let's kick off some legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
Crime, punishment, judges, legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
So let's start in Johnson County. Let's start here in central Indy, Johnson County. The prosecutor of Johnson County has filed murder and criminal recklessness charges against a 13-year-old boy who allegedly shot and killed another 13-year-old boy inside of a Greenwood home.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this story, right?
I know this story. Tragic.
Take us through the recap in case somebody's hearing it for the first time.
I mean, the way I understand it, a group of teenage kids, I mean, when I say teenagers, I mean 13-year-olds were at this house and messing around with a gun. One kid points it at another, but pulls the trigger. I don't know if he pulled the trigger, went off accidentally. We don't really know what happened. The victim goes on life support for a couple of days, and they had to pull him off life support dead, 13 years old. Another 13-year-old now, you're saying, in Johnson County, charged with murder.
Correct. And this is a big charge. Murder and criminal recklessness. The prosecutor does have the ability to waive the boy to adult court, but has not made that decision yet. The initial hearing is November 26th. Now, it's important to point out, this investigation is still ongoing. And sometimes you see prosecutors put charges out there, but they also have the ability to scale back or ramp up. But this is kind of a placeholder, if you will, for what's happening right now.
And then we don't know about any of the other teenagers that were present, charges coming forth for them. Whose gun was it? Whose house was it? There's got to be more charges coming than just, I know they're probably concerned with the person that had the gun and the person that died. Obviously, that's their main concern, but there's got to be more charges coming, especially for whoever owned that gun and was allowing it to be just, who knows what was going on? Murder. I don't know if this was an accident. We don't know if it was on purpose. We don't know really anything. I think if I'm on the victim's family here, if I'm a 13-year-old boy's family, I'm wanting full justice, full throttle.
Right.
But I don't know what happened. I don't know. But like you said, the investigation's ongoing, and I'm thinking you're going to see some more charges coming down the pike for other people that were involved.
November 26th is the initial court hearing for the shooter. So I woke up this morning to a good old-fashioned DEA, state police, IMPD drug raid in the neighborhood, Nige.
Not at your house.
Not at our house. No, they didn't get my drugs.
Okay. Those are safe?
Kidding. So all throughout the city and some other places, Marion County, Johnson County, Hamilton, Owen, the DEA and local police and state police, they were doing these drug raids. So about 6 o'clock in the morning, my youngest is in the shower. My wife is up. I'm up. I'm getting ready to make breakfast for Jacob. And I hear this loud bang. Now, it doesn't sound like a gunshot. It sounds kind of like a firework went off.
An explosion or some type of...
explosion might be too big because it's not like a house blew up or anything, but it sounded like somebody fired off a shell casing or something. And I run outside in my backyard, and I see like a silhouette of a head walking behind my privacy fence in the alley. But I also see flashing lights, the red and the blue police lights.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Is this somebody that's escaped? So I yell out to the alley, who's there? They identify themselves. Then they fire off another one of these loud police authorities.
What'd they say? It's just the police.
Police, and then I ran over to the fence and I talked to them. And about 2 blocks down from where I was, about 2 blocks away, the feds were there, like SWAT team, big armored cars, tons of police activity. They had blocked off the surrounding areas, and that's why one of the officers was in my alley. And they were going after a person of interest that had a warrant that has a lot of drug activity. So they fired these things off, I think, to wake up the suspect in the house. And I could hear the authorities on the megaphone, please come out with your hands up. Like they identified themselves.
Drug dealers always sleep in. So you gotta wake them up.
This was wild, man, because I'm outside. Like, I didn't know what's going on. I got basketball shorts on. I don't have a shirt on. It's cold. It's wet. It's
chilly this morning.
It was. But
that's scary. No, I mean, I understand that completely. So they get the guy, or I mean, this wasn't just local to your area, right?
No.
You mentioned
multiple places, 15 different locations around central Indy, at least 12 arrests. The DEA, they took the lead on this. And I guess this was something long time planning, like multiple months of planning to go after violent felons, big time drug dealers, meth, fentanyl, cocaine, weapons. These were the violent narcotics dealers. SWAT units were there.
I like it. It just seems like every time one of these guys is taken out, 10 more pop up.
Right.
I mean, and the drugs are just flowing.
And in Marion County, hell, that guy might be back at his house 2 blocks from me tonight with Ryan Mears as the prosecutor.
Scary.
So, yeah, that was happening all throughout the city. But it sounds like it was a success.
Good.
The folks involved, 15 locations, 12 arrests, DEA, IMPD, and the Indiana State Police. Now, we turn our attention to Plainfield. Juan Gomez, if you remember that name, he was the illegal alien whose drunken crash in Plainfield led ultimately to the death of a Hendricks County sheriff's deputy. Remember, he crashed into like a power source. The lines came down, and the officer that was responding to the crash got caught up in the electrical lines and lost his life. That sheriff's deputy, Fred Feisler, he died at the hospital after responding. This guy, who was here illegally, was hammered drunk, had a blood alcohol content of 0.229. He is only going to serve just over 1 year in jail.
I don't get it. I'm going to have to talk to somebody in Hendricks County. Maybe I actually know a couple lawyers in Hendricks County, like defense lawyers. They can tell me the deal on this guy, because a year for this guy crashes ultimately results in the death of a police officer.
Correct.
He's here illegally, gets 1 year. By the time he gets out of jail, hopefully Donald Trump is in full deportation mode with the border czar. And as soon as he steps foot out of the Hendricks County jail, he's immediately deported back to Guatemala or wherever he's from.
So I'm reading the public records that have become available. Gomez pled guilty to 3 misdemeanor charges: operating a vehicle while intoxicated, causing endangerment to a person, knowingly or intentionally operating a motor vehicle without ever receiving a license, and consuming alcohol as a minor. Oh, yeah, he was also only 20 years old at the time of this accident. So not old enough to drink in the country illegally, blood alcohol content of 0.229. His accident leads to the death of a sheriff's deputy in Hendricks County, and he's basically just going to get a year.
And probably with time served and good behavior and stuff like that, will it be a year? I mean, here's the thing. I don't think Hendricks County is really known for being soft on crime.
Right.
You know, like Marion County and the prosecution and the prosecutors and the judges are here where we work and you live.
Right. That's what surprises me here.
So I'm thinking this is all they could do.
So that's a little look at some legal stuff around the great state of Indiana. Man, a lot to unpack there. Matt Bear, what's going on with the roads?
Southbound 65 right around West Street. Crash with the left lane taken and traffic is stopped past MLK. Delay time is now 26 minutes. Stall cleared southbound 465 to Fall Creek Road. That exit ramp to East 56th Street. That stall is gone. Northbound 465, a little bit slow around Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by PureTalk.com. Start overpaying for your cell phone plan. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month on their 5G network. Dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
This is a great point. Scott Weaver tweets at us, at Hammer and Nigel. In regards to these DEA drug raids today, this is a federal arrest. Fed arrest means federal prosecutor.
That's right. Okay.
Which means you skip Ryan Mears.
Yes.
Isn't it ridiculous we have to go through these steps to skip the prosecutor in Marion County? That's how inept he really is. But good. This is a good thing. Great point, Scott. We appreciate that. You can tweet at us, at Hammer and Nigel, Facebook, at Hammer and Nigel, and we're on the YouTube chat right now. Jump in the chat, talk to some fellow Hamroids or Nigerians, and we're going to have a good time. All right, that was a pretty heavy segment. But when we come back, place your bets. How many songs about monkeys does producer Kylan know? Get your bets ready.
Okay.
A shot is on the line.
Oh, no.
We'll talk about it when we come back.
This Christmas, as you're picking out gifts for loved ones, take a moment to think about the future gift you can give yourself. The gift of a secure retirement. Howard Bailey Financial is here to help you unwrap the possibilities of peace and confidence. With our free retirement toolkit, you'll get practical steps and insights to plan for the years ahead. From saving strategies to planning tips, this toolkit is like a financial compass for your future. And best of all, it's completely free to download. Don't wait until next year to start planning. Text GIFT to 888-262-1104. Download your free retirement toolkit and give yourself the gift of financial confidence this holiday season. That's GIFT to 888-262-1104 to start planning today. Howard Bailey Security, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
American Standard Heating and Air, built to a higher standard. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Jason Allen Hammer. I'm going to tell you about one of those awesome local independent American Standard dealers in Central Indy.
Reinhardt Heating and Cooling in Danville. Danny Reinhardt started Reinhardt Heating and Cooling 38 years ago. They're one of the longest tenured American Standard dealers in all of Central Indy. Danny's sons and daughter are among some of the well-trained experts that are currently on staff at Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. Reinhardt Heating and Cooling serving Hendricks and the surrounding counties to make sure that furnace is safe and good to go for when the cold weather comes in. Call Reinhardt in Danville, and you can also ask them about their indoor air quality service as well. 317-745-4526. Reinhardt Heating and Cooling in Danville. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Your love isn't confined to an Advent calendar. It doesn't stop when the Christmas lights come down. With the Salvation Army, your love lasts all year long. It puts a Christmas present under someone's tree today and a roof over someone's head tomorrow. It brightens Christmas morning and the hardest nights for hardworking families. Together, we love beyond Christmas. Give $25 a month to support local families all year long at sacentralindiana.org.
Planning to propose this holiday?
Shane Company is ready to help you find your dream engagement ring. We handpick the most beautiful diamonds and colorful gemstones in all shapes and sizes. So when you walk in the door, you can trust your rock is in stock. At Shane Company, we've always sourced directly, cut out the middleman, and pass the savings on to you. We work with your budget, not against it. We'll also protect your ring for life with our free unmatched lifetime warranty. Come see us at shaneco.com and in-store. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
So this new dose is, well, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Wealth-changing question. Has your advisor created a portfolio based only on your age and risk tolerance? That's simply not good enough. Your money deserves better, and so do you. At Creative Planning, our private wealth managers learn about you first, and then they create a customized plan and portfolio by partnering with our in-house money managers, accountants, and attorneys. Don't settle for a standard portfolio. Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
This Saturday and Sunday is the annual holiday open house at Sundown Gardens. Shop both days and enjoy sales, samples, giveaways, and door prizes. 186th Street and Spring Mill Road.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's full-service jewelry store.
The Hammer and Nigel Show.
Do you suppose we'll meet any wild animals?
Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs. Have some fun.
The dingo ate your baby.
And now Hammer and Nigel proudly presents.
Damn, nature, you scary.
Lions.
And tigers. And bears.
Oh, my.
Hammer 200 monkeys broke free from an enclosure in Thailand.
It's a lot of monkeys.
It is.
Like you're saying it very casually, like it was one or two. Yeah. Oh, 200 monkeys are on the loose. It's a lot of damn monkeys.
I don't want to panic anybody. Now here's the key to the story. Cops were forced to barricade themselves inside the police station as the monkeys were very aggressive in trying to take it over.
So 200 monkeys escaped, and they were trying to take over the police station in Thailand.
The monkeys invaded street homes, attacking the police station where the officers were barricaded. Jeez. The police captain said, quote, "We had to make sure the doors and windows were locked to prevent them from entering the building for food." Okay, they were looking for food, not necessarily to attack anybody.
Okay, but there are some red flags with this story, and I know there's more to it, but shouldn't the police station, of all places, be well equipped to handle somebody trying to get in or out? Like, they're freaking out. We've got to lock down because there's monkeys out there. Now, the 40 serial killers we've got locked up, they're fine. They're not going anywhere. But don't let the monkeys in.
Do you use fire power?
I mean, sometime in life, you got to shoot a monkey. I hate saying that, but if it's either you or the monkey's got to go down in a blaze of glory.
I mean, I guess I could get down with that. They tried to round up the animals by using food traps. Many are still on the loose.
Have you seen videos of this? I'm looking at it now. Like, these monkeys are just like hanging out on top of buildings, like you would see birds and crows and stuff. Like, just one right after the other.
Big monkeys are like the little monkeys,
kind of
like
littler ones,
emotional needs monkeys.
Yeah, those
that you saw at the casino that one time.
Right, those running around after it got loose. But these are not big monkeys; these are smaller monkeys, and man, there's a lot of them. 200 on the loose, and now the National Parks Department, or their version of it in Thailand, has doubled their efforts to recapture all of the aggressive monkeys.
Damn, nature, you scary.
Now, speaking of monkeys, it's been a little while since we've had one of these. But thanks to the CDC, we have a new monkeypox update, which means we need the official monkeypox theme song.
Monkeypox, monkeypox, oh monkey, 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 monkeypox, monkeypox, oh monkey, 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 monkeypox, monkeypox.
Here it comes.
Monkey, monkey, monkeypox.
That screeching monkey gets me every time. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
The CDC sent an alert to doctors about an outbreak of Mpox, formerly known as monkeypox.
We can't call it monkeypox anymore, right?
It's like Lady A. Yes, we all know it's Lady Antebellum. It's the same damn band, but you can't say Lady Antebellum. You have to call them Lady A. I'm calling it monkeypox.
Yeah, it's offensive to monkeys if you.
Well, you know what? Those 200 monkeys in Thailand are offensive to me. Doctors are encouraging Americans, they should not panic about this little severe case that was detected in California. I guess somebody traveled to Africa, came back, and reported mild illness. Turns out it was Mpox. They're now recovering. So it's not like it's a major outbreak. Seems like it's an isolated deal.
Okay.
But
good.
Monkeypox has not gone away. Which brings us to a new game we're going to play. How many songs about monkeys can producer Kylan name?
I'm not excited, guys. I really hope you bet for the under.
So, Kylan is filling in for Allison.
Yes.
Which I believe Allison's birthday is today.
It sure is.
So, make sure you tweet at producer Allison and say something very inappropriate. Your birthday's coming up too, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
All
We're
right.
Scorpio
That's why she's not
sisters.
working. That's why she's not working tomorrow.
I left you with Kurt.
Okay, Kurt will be fine.
So normally Allison does this, but I feel like you're ready, Kylan. I've got a little 7-song montage here of songs about monkeys. Out of these
I had no
7,
idea there were 7 songs about monkeys.
I can only think of 2.
Nigel, I had to leave so many off the table. Like there were so many
Really?
that didn't even make the montage. So I've set the over-under at 4.5. Does producer Kylan know over 4.5 songs about monkeys? So basically 5 and up, or under 4 or less?
Under.
You're
She just
going
said it.
under.
I'm going to go with
I'm
her.
sorry.
Okay. A shot
with
is
her.
on the line. If you get this right, Nige, you can either take a shot or pass it to somebody in this room.
Okay. Now, and Kylan, you don't have to name the song. You just have to tell us if you've heard of it or not. Like the honor system.
Right. Just
That's-
say yes.
that's in my favor.
Give us, a thumbs up or say yes
Okay.
if you
Crap.
at least have heard of this, okay? So I'm going to give you one more chance. Does that change your bet?
I'm sticking with the under.
All right. Over-under's 4.5.
And there's 7 songs.
Here we
about
go.
monkeys.
Kylan, fire it up. Yes or no?
No, not
That's a no.
enough. Not
Uh-oh.
enough.
Uh-oh.
Not enough.
Okay.
Yes. This is my dad. My dad raised me right.
Nice. 1 for 1. 1 and 1.
Negative.
Oh, Peter Gabriel, come on.
No.
Shock the monkey.
Yes. Dance Monkey.
Yes.
Love this song.
Oh,
it's my
that's not fair.
jam.
I knew that one.
It's my anthem.
We're 2 and 2. Okay. This is older.
I don't know this one.
No.
Steely Dan.
Wow. That's not about a.
Oh, come on, Kylan.
I know it.
Okay,
I
that
didn't.
counts.
I
Foo
didn't
Fighters.
realize that the
It comes
lyrics
down to
had
this.
monkey. I feel like I've heard it before, but not enough to say I recognize
So
it.
the under.
I
Under
know.
cash.
I know. I'm
There you
sorry.
go.
I'm
There
sorry.
you go.
Oh.
And that was
George Michael.
George Michael.
So, Big Nige, do you want this shot of Jim Beam or do you want to pass it to someone in this room?
Kylan or Hammer, either one of you. Pass it to Hammer. All right, Hammer, all you got the camera on you anyway.
All right.
I feel
Cheers.
good about that. Thank you, Kylan. Now, and I don't know that Monkey Wrench from Foo Fighters is necessarily about a monkey.
Well, neither is the theme song to the Monkeys TV series, but I thought that was a free one and she missed
I
it.
can't believe she
Yeah,
didn't
no,
get
I
that
didn't
one.
have
Cheers,
that one.
everybody.
Cheers. Very good. Very good. Nice job, Kylan.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about seasons free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $250 on Michelin tires.
Absolutely. Now, guess what else?
Mike, I'm a phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! But why call it seasons free things?
You know, season's greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that. It's seasons free things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands like Continental. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every Ford tire purchase.
A true partner in your health dedicates time to understanding your needs. At CenterWell Senior Primary Care, doctors make one-on-one time with you a priority, so you can get all your questions answered and feel more confident in your health care. See how it feels to have a team of senior care experts working together to help you feel your best. CenterWell, it's about time. Schedule a tour today at meetcenterwell.com. That's meetcenterwell.com.
Man, wouldn't it be awesome to have a nice, fresh, glossy coating on your garage floor? That's where Galaxy Concrete Coatings comes in. They came in and turned my old, dirty, cracked garage into something brand new within a day, 4 times as strong. By the way, lifetime manufacturer's guarantee, although I doubt you'll need it. And they don't use epoxy. That's the old stuff the other guys use. This is better. It's polyurea, the new premium standard for coatings. And now they did such a great job on my garage. I want them to come back and take a look at the concrete in my furnace room down in my basement, where they do garages, basements, pool decks, any indoor or outdoor area concrete. Check out their website, see some pictures, get a quote, galaxyconcretecoatings.com, or give them a call, 751-9070.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
It's been in the forecast all week. Now it could become a reality. 51 degrees, cloudy downtown, all clear on your radar. That could change before you're in bed tonight. Low of 32 later. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:32. You could be seeing snow tomorrow. Randy Bowers with the National Weather Service says you might spot some flurries as early as tonight. That'd be the prelude to possible accumulation.
Delphi, Lafayette, Kokomo, Muncie, Winchester, those areas look like they're probably going to have the best alignment of where the precipitation occurs and also the temperatures that would favor having some accumulations that could be up to around 1 or 2 inches.
Bauer says temps could drop to freezing tonight, and it probably won't warm up much more tomorrow, so be prepared and bundle up. Chances are if you're cruising at speeds north of 100 miles an hour in a construction zone, you're not thinking about other people.
Not only puts his life in danger, but it puts so many other lives in danger, to include other drivers, the workers, the first responders, and it's just reckless.
State Police Sergeant John Perrine talking about someone who did just that in Hancock County Tuesday. Thankfully, the driver did not hit anyone or anything. He was sentenced to 20 days in jail. Jose Ibarra has been found guilty in all 10 counts in the murder of Laken Riley, the nursing student in Georgia.
My daughter, Laken Riley, was not just our child. She was the light of my life, the person who brought joy to every room she entered. And now that light has been extinguished forever, taken from us in the most senseless and violent way imaginable.
Riley's father talking to the judge about his daughter's death earlier this afternoon. She was killed while running on a trail off of Georgia's campus last February. Ibarra has been sentenced to life without parole. A vacant building that used to be a Golden Corral burned down Wednesday off East Washington Street.
They had a heavy volume of fire, and basically they set up aerial operations and kind of did what we call a surround and drown.
IFD Battalion Chief Rita Wright says firefighters are looking into how the fire started. 3 former Indianapolis Colts have made the list of the 25 semifinalists of the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2025. John Herrick reports.
They are kicker Adam Vinatieri, former wide receiver and now Colts wide receivers coach Reggie Wayne, and defensive end Robert Mathis. This is Wayne's 6th straight year of being a semifinalist, Mathis's 4th consecutive time, and it's Vinatieri's first season being eligible for the Hall of Fame. All 3 of them helped the Colts win Super Bowl 41. The list will be cut to 15 finalists soon. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:35.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good?
Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Mobile Unlimited. Plus, for a limited time, find out how to get an $800 holiday bonus prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online to ComcastBusiness.com today. Ends 12/15/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Connection Pro. EcoBill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
With traffic at 3:36, here's Matt Baer.
Crash clear southbound 65 at west. Still a little bit slow back to MLK and beyond, but we are improving. Life is improving dramatically if you're going to downtown. Looking at eastbound 70 slow roll off Belmont into Meridian, Illinois. Northeast side eastbound 465 stop and go Westfield Boulevard to the White River. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Don't miss the annual B Window Black Friday sale. Up to 52% off all products plus 10% in manufacturer's rebates and no payments, no interest for 20 months. Now proud to be employee owned. Visit bwindow.com for details. I'm Man Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Wednesday night looks cloudy with a low temperature around 31 degrees and about a 50% chance of some light rain. However, that could morph over into some snow as we move towards Thursday here in central Indiana. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hey, my name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. A former NBC News journalist, Katie Couric, jumped on a podcast with Jen Psaki. Hammer, you know who I'm talking about when I say Jen Psaki, right? You remember?
Jen Psaki. Oh, can you remind me?
The press secretary with the extremely red hair.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I know who you're talking about.
Biden's former press secretary.
Yes.
Extremely radiant red hair.
The extremely red hair.
Katie Couric doesn't get it. She doesn't understand how Donald Trump got elected. She has some theories, though, telling Psaki that Kamala Harris lost because of her inability to answer questions.
I think she really did well in so many areas, and but I was frustrated by her inability to really succinctly answer questions at times, Jen, and to kind of, like, if she was asked about changing the Supreme Court at that CNN town hall, she had an opportunity to talk about ethics and what Alito and Clarence Thomas were doing. And she answered like in one sentence and then like went on to something that had nothing to do with the question. People notice that. And it's like, answer the goddamn question, please.
I mean,
yeah. Ooh, she cussed. So Katie Couric just doesn't understand it. She thinks Kamala Harris lost the election because she couldn't answer a question about the Supreme Court. I mean, her word salads might be a part of it, but it goes much deeper than that with the Democratic Party as a whole. Right?
Every policy they have rolled out, for the most part, has been a disaster, right? Foreign policy. 2 wars are going on right now. We're kind of funding both of them. 13 dead men and women from the botched Afghan withdrawal. And then you look at the border. It's wide open. Migrant flights coming in left and right. The grocery store, super expensive. Yeah, the word salads were a part of it, but there's a lot more.
Well, she couldn't answer questions, and nobody voted for her, by the way.
That's a great point, too.
I mean, 14 million people, Democrats voted for Biden.
She's never been in a primary, even when she was running back in 2020. She bowed out before the primary season got rolling. That's how unlikable she was. People thought Amy Klobuchar was more likable than her.
Oof.
And she looks like everybody's mean grandma.
Let's. But Kamala Harris was America's mom.
Mamala.
Yeah, Mamala, according to Drew Barrymore. More like a wine mom, they call her.
I think the best way I've heard Kamala described, and I don't know who said it, was somebody on Twitter. She sounds like a really nasally real estate agent showing you a house. Like that's the kind of tone, the kind of pace, the cadence, that's what it sounds like. But there is a little something to be said for the word salads. So if you don't know what we're talking about, let's jump in the old hot tub time machine here and take a little trip. We call it the World Salad World Tour with Kamala Harris.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time. Right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree. I am here, standing here on the northern flank, on the eastern flank, talking about what we have in terms of the eastern flank and our NATO allies.
Is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe.
We must together work together to see where we are, where we are headed, where we are going, and our vision for where we should be, but also see it as a moment, yes, to together address the challenges based on what we've just been able to see. And because we've seen it or not doesn't mean it hasn't happened, but just limited to what we have seen.
Maybe that's why.
Okay. Maybe maybe that is why. You know, I love her explanation of the war in Ukraine. Hey, look, so here's the deal. Russia's a big country. Ukraine's a small country. A big country invaded a small country. And that's wrong.
The passage of time is always going to be one of my favorites. Because when she wrote that, or whoever wrote it for her, they probably thought that was a stroke of genius.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody in that room, nobody in the inner circle said, this is stupid.
Well, no.
You're going to sound like an idiot if you
They
say
encouraged her to keep using it, or at least nobody told her to stop. Because she over and over and over and over again.
All right, let's make this perfectly clear. We are a pro-law enforcement show. Like, seeing what those people have to do, like I saw it firsthand this morning, you know, trying to get whatever it is to come out of a house with his hands up and all the drugs and the weapons. They don't know what's on the other side. We are pro-law enforcement. But when we have to call them out, we will do so. And I feel like this is a little ridiculous.
Okay.
It's a story from Georgia. A Georgia mom is facing 1 year in jail because she allowed her 11-year-old son to walk to the store, which is less than a mile from their house, all by himself. Brittany Patterson was charged with reckless conduct after her son was seen walking along the side of the road in Mineral Bluff, Georgia. Her son was approached by some woman who drove by and asked if he was okay. The kid said, yeah, I'm fine, walking home. But then that woman called the police. So the police then picked up the kid, dropped him off at home, and arrested the mom. Here's the coverage from a local TV affiliate in Georgia.
Wow. Police body camera video shows the moment Brittany Patterson was arrested for letting her 10-year-old son walk into town by himself.
What am I under arrest for?
For reckless endangerment.
And how was I recklessly endangering my child?
Talking about it.
On October 30th, Patterson said she took one of her children to the doctor. In the meantime, her son, Soren, who since turned 11, decided to walk less than a mile into town from their home in rural Mineral Bluff, Georgia. While out, Patterson got a call from the sheriff's department, worried that Soren was walking alone.
I wasn't concerned. I wasn't, panicking or concerned because it's just a short walk from our house. He knows how to get home. He knows how to get there. Call mommy and tell them they're taking you to jail because you decided to walk down the street.
Let go of your hands.
That's not his fault.
Yeah, call mommy.
You're the mother. That's your responsibility.
Last time I checked, it wasn't illegal for a kid to walk to the store.
So. It is when they're 10 years old.
Patterson was booked on suspicion of reckless conduct, a charge that could carry 1 year in jail. The warrant claiming she willingly and knowingly did endanger the bodily safety of her juvenile son.
Man, when I was 10 and 11, I walked everywhere.
I wonder if he would have been riding a bike had the Karen called the cops and turn. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like I rode my bike when I was 10 or 11. I lived down in Lisbon. I got out on State Road 39. It's a state road and rode. I remember about half hour, 45 minutes towards North Salem to my buddy Billy's house. Lived out in the sticks out there, and the first time I ever heard Metallica. Rode my bike out there. Kid changed my life.
Right.
But I was riding on a state road. I was rural for sure in Liston.
Right.
But it was on a main state road. I can't believe this woman is. Tell me they dropped the charges.
Not
Please.
yet. So here's the thing, and this is why I'm a little upset here. The authorities offered to drop the charges if she signed a form outlining a safety plan that would force her to track her children via some GPS. She refused. She said, "We live in a safe community." He was walking to the store and back, so now she faces a $1,000 fine and 1 year in jail. So in theory, although I don't think it'll happen, this woman could go to jail for as long as the scumbag that killed the police officer or was responsible for it in Plainfield.
Wow.
That sucks.
Yeah, you just put it in perspective.
That's awful. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Don't you deserve health care you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans. Made for Indianapolis, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Mark Dietl, as always, the only real estate expert I trust with the sale of my home, and I'd also trust him to find me a brand new home as well. Here's what Mark from Danville had to say. I finished building my new perfect home out of state and needed out of my old place quickly. Plus, to cover the cost of the new home, I needed a big price. Mark Dietl's team was the answer. My home sold in 3 days on the market over my asking price.
Mark Dietl is the best, and what separates him from the competition is the guarantee. Mark Dietl guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. That is the Mark Dietl guarantee. You pick your move date, no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Call Mark Dietl today, 755-4232. That's 317-755-4232, or go to markdietl.com. Mark Dietel, markdietl.com. Tell him Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Earn, save, grow. It's time your money works harder and goes further with a Stockyards Bank and Trust CD. For a limited time, earn 5.15 annual percentage yield with our 5-month CD special. Proudly serving our communities since 1904. Visit any of our 5 Indianapolis area locations or syb.com/IndyCD today and experience the Stockyards Bank difference. $10,000 minimum balance required. Limited time offer. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Let's go! ABC tonight. Country music's biggest night, the CMA Awards.
Let's party, Nashville!
Kicks off with this year's must-see collaboration, Post Malone featuring Chris Stapleton live. With electrifying performances by Lainey Wilson, Shabuzi, Ashley McBride, Luke Bryan, plus Thomas Rhett and Teddy Swims. Woo! Luke Bryan, Peyton Manning, and Lainey Wilson host the CMA Awards live tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
If you're looking for a deal that can't be beat, get over to the friendliest folks you'll ever meet at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield with Black Friday deals running all month long. Now's the time to save big or let them come to you. With Ford Mobile Service, expert maintenance is just a call away, so you can put more time back in your day. Get it, Andy Moore? More time. Schedule your service easily through the Ford Pass app and get oil changes, tire rotations, and more right at your doorstep. And check out the selection. Head down to Andy Moore Ford and explore top picks like the rugged Ford Bronco and the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Trust me on the Lightning. These things are fantastic. Seating for up to 5, intelligent backup power, onboard power for all your tools and gear. This all-electric truck is built for adventure, work, and everything in between. Shop Black Friday deals now at AndyMooreFord.com. That's Andy Moore Ford, M-O-H-R. AndyMooreFord.com.
Looking for the hottest trends in jewelry this year? Come to Pierce Jewelers and see their Love to Love collection in lab-grown diamond jewelry. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
BW HVAC Plumbing and Electrical is here to make the fall cozy, comfortable, and hassle-free. Go to b+w.com/radio to schedule your appointment today. B&W is your independent American Standard Air dealer.
B's offering our Black Friday sale, 52% off, plus 10% manufacturer rebates and 18 months, no interest, no payments.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra is making its way back to Gamebridge Fieldhouse on December 19th with an all-new show, The Lost Christmas Eve Tour. For tickets and more information, head to WIBC.com.
Matt Baer, what's up?
Hammer crash on the west side, 10th at Girls School Road. South side, eastbound 465 stop and go traffic from I-70 to the White River. Eastbound 70 slow to downtown from the west side, Belmont to Meridian, Illinois. Inbound 65 crash cleared at west stop and go traffic 29th to Meridian Penn. North side, eastbound 465 stop and go Westfield Boulevard to the White River. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Don't miss the annual B Window Black Friday sale. Up to 52% off all products plus 10% in manufacturer's rebates and no payments, no interest for 20 months. Now proud to be employee owned. Visit bwindow.com for details. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Enjoy this weather right now. Enjoy the 50s because next couple days, it ain't going to be like this.
What do you mean?
Marcus Bailey will join us right after 4 o'clock and he will explain. It's 51 right now at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. All right. The CMA Awards tonight.
Oh,
Is this something you watch? I know your better half is into like the country music.
Country Music Awards. Is that what you're saying? CMAs?
Peyton Manning, I think, is a host.
I think she would watch it. I think she'd probably watch one of her reality shows. Like on Netflix, like Love is Blind or something like that.
So Love is Blind more than the CMA Awards?
Her and my daughter will watch there's a couple little people shows out there that they watch together. Good family-oriented shows. I just watch reruns of Seinfeld and sports. That's all I do. But no, I'm not going to watch that. I don't think either. My wife would either.
The CMA Awards are on ABC tonight. Okay. But don't get tricked into watching another network where the Country Awards have songs and artists made by AI. Okay? So be careful.
Country fans, give it up, y'all.
And the nominees are... It's the AI-generated Country Music Awards, live from the Boot Depot in Nashville, featuring Lacey Sanborn, Coop Bodine, and Butterchuck.
Sitting there in my Sunday best, stomach churned, I knew the rest. Couldn't make it to the restroom stall right there at Grandpa's. I lost it all. I pooped my pants at Grandpa's funeral.
Country music. It's like softball. If you play, you're getting an award.
I like the AI-generated country artists more than I do the real ones, I think.
I think I do, too.
I poop my hands at Grandpa's funeral.
Which brings us to great moments in country music history.
Yes.
Thanks to the magic of AI, here's what it would sound like if Hank Williams performed NWA's hit Straight Outta Compton.
Straight out of Compton, crazy mother named Ice Cube.
Come on.
From the gang called Fellers with Attitude.
Fellers.
When I'm called off, I got a sold off. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the pump mother when I'm in your
Come on.
neighborhood, you better duck. Cause Ice Cube is crazy as I leave, believe I'm something. I'm coming straight out of Compton.
Love it. Love it.
Sounds exactly like him.
Caller number 9 right now. You win 2 tickets to go see Dwight Yoakam.
Oh, cool.
June 6th at the Everwise Amphitheater. The Mavericks will be there. Dwight Yoakam live June 6th of next year, 239-9393.
Hey, holiday shoppers, got a no-brainer gift idea for you. It always fits. It's super useful, and best of all, it's just $50, plus you get 2 for the price of 1. I'm talking about a classic membership with AAA Hoosier Motor Club. AAA has bailed me out so many times. I've been broken down on the side of the road. I've had my car battery die on me, flat tires. AAA is there getting me back on the road ASAP right now. You can get 2 memberships for the price of 1.
And that comes with roadside assistance, 24/7, 365. Get that peace of mind knowing your loved ones are safe out on the road. Plus, travel discounts, complimentary travel planning, and you can also get info on auto, home, life insurance. All you got to do is visit AAA.com/radio to get this deal. AAA.com/radio or stop by a local AAA office. 2 memberships for just $50. Give that gift right now.
Got a one-stop shop going on this weekend. Little party we're throwing for Men's Health. It's Movember, hooking up with Franciscan Health, Googman House Brewing Company, beer, food, sports, lots of prizes, games on the TV. Our friends from 107.5 The Fan will be there. I think Home and Garden Show's broadcasting from there. Again, 3 words, one-stop shop. Huge health clinic going on. Ask a nurse, ask an expert, ask a doctor. Free health screenings from Franciscan Health for Movember.
So, yeah, this Saturday at Googman House Brewing Company in Indy, Nigel and I are going to be there at noon. Yes, we're going to make sure the IU-Ohio State game is going to be on the TV. We're going to have the beer flowing. There's going to be food. There's going to be prizes, raffles, and a lot of great healthcare screenings. And these health screenings are free. Get screened for some cancers. Ask a nurse. Ask a doctor. Check out your blood pressure. All that kind of stuff. Come by. Hang out with us. It's Movember with Franciscan Health. We hope to see you this Saturday.
Owner of Hope Plumbing, Jack at the Sullivan House. We can't deal with any last-minute plumbing emergencies around the holidays. What do you suggest to get ready?
It's important to get your branch lines cleared because it could prevent a major disaster at some point over the holidays. And for the month of November, we have a $99 branch line clearing special for all your faithful listeners.
You heard them. Call Hope Plumbing for a $99 branch line clearing and get your home prepped for all the holiday fun.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Call 800-631-9123. 800-631-9123. That's 800-631-9123. Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Call 800-631-9123. 800-631-9123. That's 800-631-9123.
Linda McMahon is President-elect Trump's pick for Education Secretary.
93 WIBC.
A drop in temperatures and rain means snow.
Hear the news.
Delphi, Lafayette, Kokomo, Muncie, Winchester, and some accumulations that could be up to around 1 or 2 inches.
Another news update is minutes away.
State senator accused of sexually harassing State House staffers. Greg Taylor said,
I will let my actions speak louder than any word I could say from this microphone.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Coming up in 2 minutes, your local news. All coming up after Fox News Radio from the Technology Recycler Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
Closed-door meetings on Capitol Hill. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The Trump nominee for Attorney General, Matt Gaetz, meeting with Republican senators who have questions about allegations he has denied, while members of the House Ethics Committee also meet privately to discuss findings from their investigation of the now former Florida congressman over claims including sexual misconduct and illicit drug use. Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn just telling Fox News she met with Gaetz and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance.
I asked Matt what his expectation was, and he wants to be able to have a hearing. He says he will answer any question that anyone asks him.
Some Republicans say members should be able to see the ethics report on Gaetz, even though his resignation effectively ended that probe.
President-elect is now blaming elected Democrats for the bad headlines about some of his cabinet selections, posting on Truth Social, this is what the radical left lunatics do to people. They dirty them up, they destroy them, and then they spit them out. They are trying that right now with some great American patriots who are only trying to fix the mess that Democrats have made of our country. We will win.
Fox's Peter Ducey in West Palm Beach. Earlier today, the president-elect picking former acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker to be U.S. ambassador to NATO. He also posted justice for Laken Riley after a judge in Georgia convicted Venezuelan national Jose Ibarro on all counts in the nursing student's murder. Her father, Jason Riley, telling the judge,
I am haunted by the thought of the fear she must have felt in those final moments, and it breaks my heart knowing that she suffered.
Ibarra, who entered the U.S. illegally in 2022, is sentenced to life without parole. The defense argued the evidence was circumstantial. Prosecutors called it overwhelming, including his DNA under Riley's fingernails and his fingerprint on her phone. Yet another mixed day on Wall Street with a late rally for the Dow, up 139 points at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Caught dealing some not so good stuff. 50 degrees, partly cloudy downtown. There's nothing good on your radar for now, or nothing to worry about on your radar for now, rather. Low of 32 tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox from Moss Roofing. Here's what's trending at 4:02. Federal agents with the DEA, along with local police, raided homes yesterday in Marion and Johnson counties.
We conducted approximately 15 federal search warrants, 12 federal arrest warrants on a group that had ties to violence, distributing large quantities of controlled substances, including fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamine.
DEA agent Dan Schmidt says their job isn't over yet. They're still looking for more people who might be dealing. A man was arrested for driving over 100 miles an hour in a Hancock County construction zone Tuesday. And speed limit's only 55 there, if you're wondering. State Police Sergeant John Perrine says it's a miracle he didn't hit or hurt anyone.
Not only puts his life in danger, but it puts so many other lives in danger, to include other drivers, the workers, the first responders, and it's just reckless.
Perrine says that man was arrested Tuesday, back in court today, and sentenced to 20 days in jail to think about why he went pedal to the metal. You might wake up with some snow on the ground tomorrow. Ryan Hedrick reports on how it could impact your drive to work.
The National Weather Service in Indianapolis says the snow will start late Wednesday for most places, and during that time, bridges and overpasses could be slippery.
It doesn't take long. They're usually the first to show trouble spots
from a travel standpoint. Usually that's just because the air can get under them and cool them off quicker. This is a scenario where it's a little bit marginal even for that to happen just because temperatures have been so warm.
Forecaster Randy Bauer says use caution and monitor local weather notifications. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And 3 former Colts are among 25 finalists for the Hall of Fame class of 2025. Kicker Adam Vinatieri, wide receiver Reggie Wayne, and defensive end Robert Mathis are all being considered. The latter two have been finalists before but haven't quite made the cut for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's Vinatieri's first time being eligible. All 3 were on that Colts Super Bowl winning team back in 2007. Vinatieri also won a few Super Bowls before that with the New England Patriots. The Hall of Fame list gets trimmed down to 15 players next. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:04.
Greetings from R&R Agency, your Indiana health insurance pros. And a thank you to our loyal customers for making our agency a national sales leader for the 7th straight year. We recently saved a family of 4 over $500 monthly when compared to their ACA plan. You know it's still Obamacare, right? We recently saved a 61-year-old retiring couple over $600 when compared to their COBRA plan. Breaking news. We are now able to offer health insurance to employer groups of all sizes with 2 of the largest insurers in the Midwest. We'll be here when you need us. Quoting my favorite president, what the heck do you have to lose? We can help. As always, God bless America, or at least what's left of her.
Call Ron or Terry at 317-563-0868. That's 317-563-0868. Or go to rragency.org. That's rragency.org. A health plan managed and chosen by you, not the government.
The traffic on the 5s at 4:05. Here's Matt Baer.
All right, Harrison. Inbound 65, stop-and-go traffic 29th to West Street. Eastbound 465 slow from Westfield Boulevard to Atlasonville Road. Southwest side, southbound 465, stop-and-go traffic from 70 to the White River, and eastbound 70 slows to downtown for the south split back to Belmont. Traffic sponsored by PureTalk.com. Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month under 5G network. Dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And Marcus
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special guest on the hotline.
He is a ball-headed, lean, mean weather forecasting machine. He is Marcus Bailey from Wish TV 8. Marcus, how the heck are you?
I'm good. I was just I just finished listening to your awesome podcast, getting myself ready to win money this weekend for college football.
Oh, that's right. The Degenerates Next Door. Download it, subscribe, wherever you get your podcasts. But
that's right.
The question I have for you is, with all the winnings we're going to have this weekend, should we just go ahead and buy all the bread and milk now? Like,
bread
should we
milk,
just
baby.
preemptively buy the bread and milk knowing the money's coming back to us?
Move all your stock options to bread and milk. I highly suggest it. Yeah, I mean, look, it's that time. It seems like, well, I mean, so you think about last year. We didn't actually get our first accumulating snow until New Year's Eve, at least here in Indianapolis last year. So we had to wait a long time. But I think we're probably going to get our first one tomorrow, which is pretty impressive considering yesterday, 24 hours ago, we were pushing close to 70 degrees.
It was beautiful, yeah.
It was an awesome day. It was so good. It was nice. But here's the deal, fellas. I think you're going to have 2 rounds of snow tomorrow. And, you know, often at this time of year we talk about the ground being too warm for anything to stick, but there's some things that can overcome that, and I'll talk about that. But tomorrow morning there'll be some snow flying around, but I don't think it's going to be heavy enough that it's going to be, you know, widespread, accumulating, real tough. That said, bridges, overpasses, on and off ramps, watch those in the morning, okay? There could be a little bit of a dusting on some of those elevated surfaces, but I don't think we get more than that. We get a lull at around lunchtime, and I would say kind of the window from maybe 3 to 7 or 4 to 8 p.m. tomorrow is probably your more robust system. You're going to have heavier snow rates, And so that's problematic because that's coming right at the heart of the evening drive when kiddos are coming home from school. It's not going to be a ton of snow here because, again, I think the ground's pretty warm, but I think the rates come down hard enough that we could easily pick up around an inch. And on the high end here in the city, maybe as high as 2 inches of snow. Now, a lot of that's going to be on the grassy areas, but I do think at times if the rates are hard enough, you're going to get some of that slushiness on the roads, and that's going to be a problem, not only for the evening drive, but the three of us all know we've grown up here.
Oh, yeah.
The first snow in central Indiana is always terrible. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. It seems like people don't remember how to drive very well even when you get a little bit of snow. So be warned for that evening drive tomorrow.
But as far as tomorrow morning is concerned, tonight I should probably park the old family truckster in the garage if I don't want to. If I don't want to be scraping any sort of snow or anything like that, just in case. If you've got a garage, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I think you'll be like a little bit of a mixture. Although, yeah, I mean, overnight, I think you're just going to get some sprinkles and flurries probably between, say, midnight and 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And then you'll maybe get kind of a lighter batch of snow and maybe some rain kind of mixing in during the morning drive. So 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, it'll be fine. Even if you do park outside, I don't think you're not going to be out there for 15 minutes, brushing and scraping. The bigger thump's going to come later in the afternoon for sure.
Chatting with Marcus Bailey, meteorologist for Wish TV 8. So let's talk about tomorrow afternoon drive here, Marcus. Man, I don't like the sounds of this because when we first booked you to come on the show to talk about this, we're kind of joking. Oh, it's going to get cold. That's going to be a problem. But now you're telling me maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow. To quote Ron Burgundy, it feels like this has escalated quickly.
It really has. Well, and again, I mean, there may be a lot of your listeners that, and I post on social media all the time. I put like an inch or two, like, oh, that's not a snowstorm. It's a lot of it, and I think we as meteorologists have tried to shift our focus more on how is it going to impact. And I've talked to you guys about this, over the years, that 1 to 2 inches of snow at 5 a.m. Saturday morning is certainly a different impact than 1 to 2 inches on a commute home on a Thursday evening, right? I mean, it's the same amount, but obviously it's a higher impact. And so that's what I always try to stress. How is this going to impact? Because this is going to happen in that window, probably around starting close to 4-ish, maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later. But I certainly think that the meat of this next snow wave that we'll get tomorrow is going to be that 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m. window. I think that's problematic because not only do you have a ton of people on the roads, again, it's the first snow of the year. It's going to be coming down pretty heavily on top of that. I didn't really mention that the visibilities are not going to be great because of just the rate of snow at times. You add all those together, and you guys, you guys sit there and get a front row seat and listen to Matt Baer. When you get days like that at that time, even if it doesn't seem like it's a lot, it just makes for a really treacherous and long PM commute. So just, pack the patience for tomorrow.
I just looked back at Matt Baer in the traffic center, and he's like grinding his teeth like Chris Farley is the bus driver and Billy Madison right now because I think he knows.
He's hitting his own head with his hand really hard.
He knows what's coming tomorrow. All right, so tell me some good news. Like, how long is this stuff? If we do get it, how long is it going to be on the ground? Are the temperatures going to warm back up at any point? Tell me some good news, Marcus.
I think so. I mean, this is it's going to be cooler for the next few days. But again, the pavement temperature specifically is still going to be very warm, despite the fact that we're going to get some snow and we might get some slush on the ground. By, when the snow is done by around 8 o'clock, a lot of that's going to be probably melted off. It could refreeze a little bit tomorrow night, but by Friday, we're going to be pretty gloomy, but we still make it to the mid-40s. There might be a little bit of drizzle. The weekend actually doesn't look bad. I think it's upper 40s with a mix of sun and clouds on Saturday, which is actually pretty close to where we should be leading into Thanksgiving week. I've got us into the low 50s on Sunday, and then just like that on Monday next week, I had us knocking on the door of 60 degrees. So it's a big swing of, we were near 70 yesterday. We won't get out of the 30s tomorrow, but then, just a few days from now, we're into the 60s. So whatever snow does stick, and again, a lot of it's going to be on your lawns, on your rooftops, parked outside on your car. a lot of it's probably going to be melted as early as Friday afternoon, even if it's going to be into the 40s. So I don't think it's going to stick around that long.
Colts got a shot on Sunday?
I mean, there's always a shot, right?
Yeah.
That's a no. That's a no.
If I've ever heard it.
Anything can happen any given Sunday. That's a no.
I had this conversation, though. It's one of those games where you absolutely believe there is no way that they can win this game. And then they're actually somehow going to pull it out, and then they'll find a way to lose in New England the following.
Right.
That's
the Colts do that every year, don't they, Marcus? Like they win some ridiculous game, like against Mahomes or Lamar Jackson on the road, and then they'll get swept by Jacksonville.
They beat Baltimore last year, and it was one of their few losses that they had, and it was with a backup quarterback. So. Yeah, it always seems to happen. I mean, I think it's going to be a tough game for us on Sunday, but anything can happen. And if Richardson plays,
there it is again.
If Richardson plays like he did on Sunday this last week, it could get interesting. So we'll see.
All right, last thing here before we let you go, Marcus. What kind of low temperatures are we talking about, and when are we going to start seeing the real cold air make its way through?
Well, I mean, we're already kind of getting that shot today, right? We had the rain, and then some areas got the sleet. So it's already kind of chilly now. We're just going to continue to fall into the lower third. I think we'll be around freezing when you wake up tomorrow morning. I think that's as low as it gets tonight. And then we don't move much tomorrow. We're at 35, 37 degrees. And it's going to be really gusty, too. So your wind chills, most of the day are going to be in the mid-20s. And then the coldest of all these time periods will be tomorrow night. We'll probably have lows dipping down in the low 20s once the snow moves out. Once that happens, we bounce back to the 40s Friday. We'll be back into the 50s and possibly even 60s by the end of the weekend.
Marcus, we'd love to have you back on around this time tomorrow if you're open. I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but if it's going to be all hellfire and brimstone in the afternoon drive, we'd love to have you back at 4:06 if you're open.
Hey, listen, I'm the morning guy. We got like 20 people on our weather staff. They can handle the afternoon stuff, so I'd be happy to jump on with you guys.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you tomorrow, and where can we get the latest forecast?
I've been updating on social media. You can find me on X, at Marcus Bailey, on Facebook, Marcus Bailey Weather.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV. Marcus, you're the best.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
You got it. All right, Matt Bear, you heard what Marcus had to say right there. You better get some sleep tonight. You better eat your Wheaties tomorrow morning because it is on like Donkey Kong in the afternoon.
It's going to be an early morning, early afternoon, baby, and we are so here for it. Inbound 65, stop and go traffic, MLK to the north split. Eastbound 70 slows from Belmont into the south split. South side, southbound 465, stop and go traffic from 70 to Kentucky Avenue. And then eastbound 465 on the north side slows Westfield Boulevard to Allisonville Road. Crash on the west side. We're backed up all directions from 10th and Girls School Road. Traffic sponsored by November 21st Fuel Day from Circle K. Save at Circle K Fuel Day pop-up. On Thursday, November 21st, Circle K is dropping the price on fuel from 4 to 7 p.m. Plus special deals on snacks and surprises all day. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
51 right now at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Do us a favor, jump over to that YouTube. Jump over on the chat, the live stream. We need about 40 more people to hit like, to hit thumbs up to get us to 100. Not all heroes wear capes. Who wants to be a hero? Give us a like on the YouTube chat and help us out. We're going to play Is This Anything next.
Hi, friends. This is Patty Spittler with Pet Pals TV. You know, I'm very comfortable in front of the camera, but the telephone can intimidate me. Because of my hearing loss, I can't hear well on a regular telephone. Now with my Cap telephone, I'm making contacts in a busy world. My caption telephone through Relay Indiana allows me to read what the other person is saying. Go to RelayIndiana.com to learn more about CapTel, the caption telephone. Read what you're hearing.
Hammer and Nigel Show. I'm an American Standard customer. I have American Standard equipment in my house. I only use American Standard dealers because they are built to a higher standard. Here's Hammer to tell you about one of those awesome local independent American Standard dealers.
How about Family Heating and Air Conditioning? The Morris family and their staff ready to help you out this fall, this winter. You could call Rachel Marcus, or Malia today to make sure that furnace is ready to go for when the cold weather arrives. Family Heating and Air always encourages you to call them for a free second opinion. So if you got a quote from some other company and it doesn't look right, call Family, because nobody takes care of you like family. You can also ask them about their indoor air quality. 317-577-8077. Family Heating and Air, 577-8077. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you. American Standard Heating and Air, built to a higher standard.
What does the joy of Christmas mean to you? A gift? Time with family? Decorations and traditions? At Shepherd Community, the joy of Christmas is learning to read, feeling safe and loved, finding a stable job, and having a community that cares. Shepherd gives its neighbors gifts of joy and hope for a brighter future. You can give the joy of Christmas to neighbors living in poverty, not just at the holidays, but all year long. Visit caringatchristmas.org/give. That's caringatchristmas.org/give.
Don't you deserve health care you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans. Made for Indianapolis, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Attention, Indiana homeowners. Are you tired of avoiding your wet basement? Hi, I'm Mike Smith with Swanco Crawl Space and Basement Repair, your real, local, Indiana family-owned experts. Imagine all the possibilities of a guaranteed dry basement, a cozy new family room, a home gym, or even a new office. And with no interest, no payment financing, you don't have to break the bank to do it. Make the most of your basement today. Call Swanco 317-407-1868 or swancollc.com.
So this new dose is, well, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
One of the real advantages that we have here at Hendricks is the scope of the services that we have to offer in orthopedics.
Whether they have a hip fracture or they're a high-functioning athlete, we're all working towards the same thing.
To have them be able to have an elective surgery safely and then go home also in a safe fashion is of utmost importance.
We very much want everyone to get back to doing everything that they were doing beforehand. We're really invested in it.
Unstoppable orthopedic care. Learn more at hendricks.org/ortho.
Are you worried your furnace isn't ready? Fear not at B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical. Visit B+W.com/radio, where your comfort is their priority. B&W is your independent American Standard air dealer.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, designers of fine jewelry.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Yeah. Big Nige. The game is called Is This Anything? But here's a little game within the game.
Okay.
Tell me if this is health smart or dumb. Okay?
Easy enough.
Health smart or dumb. Some woman on TikTok
Dumb.
Guess we could move on from there.
Go ahead. I want to hear this.
A woman on TikTok posted what she calls a hack that's supposed to make pizza healthier.
Okay.
So right after it's delivered, flip the box upside down and drop it on the floor.
What?
It makes a bunch of the grease stick to the top of the box.
No.
But it also might ruin your pizza.
I learned this in college. Okay, so you take the pizza, flip it, and you drop it. Pick it up, flip it, drop it. Now all the grease is on top, and there's no more grease on your pizza. Is that weird? I don't think it's weird.
Notice she said she learned that in college. Hundreds of thousands of dollars her parents spent on college education. Here's what I learned in college on TikTok. See, I take the pizza and I get it. I turn it over. I drop it on the ground. I pick it up and I drop it on the ground again. And the grease is on top and it's healthy.
You're talking way too slow to be on TikTok. You got to speed that up
I'm
a little
sorry.
bit, Nige.
It's the best I can do. Okay, the grease is fine. Maybe what I used to do, if I wanted to get rid of the grease, is maybe just put like a paper towel on it.
Yeah.
Just kind of soak it up. You don't have to ruin the pizza. And is she forgetting about the loads and gobs of cheese, and not to mention the bread and all the other crap that's on pizza? I mean, pizza's unhealthy.
Right.
Let's just turning it upside down and dropping it out of the floor is not going to say, oh boy, now, wow, I'm a health nut.
So if you invite me over for the Colts game,
yes,
and I walk into Casa Laskowski, and you say, hey, we got some pizzas here, and you take them, you open it up, you flip it, and you drop it on the floor, I don't want any pizza after that.
Well, you leave it in a box, at least. I think that's what you should leave it in the box, because then the box soaks up the grease. You don't want that either? No?
No,
Okay.
like just leave it alone. Like if I'm making the decision to eat pizza, clearly I don't care about myself.
Oh, I hate how they talk on TikTok. I learned this in college, so we need to deliver a pizza. This is health smart. I take the pizza and I turn it upside down and I drop it on the floor.
And let's make one thing perfectly clear. For you judgmental, smug people that put pineapple on the pizza, that doesn't make it healthy either.
No.
No.
That makes it worse.
You've just ruined a pizza. That's what you've done. Is this anything? A Royal Caribbean cruise ship got hit by a huge gust of wind and tilted to one side for several minutes. Now, while that was happening, the passengers that were on this cruise ship are saying, reporting, documenting that the DJ played My Heart Will Go On from Titanic when it started happening. Here's one of the passengers.
We were in the theatre and they were playing a Celine Dion song from Titanic, and we actually thought it was part of a special effects. The ship started to tip to one side, all the bottles and all the glasses fell off the bar, and we're like, wow, this is amazing. And then we realized, look at the crew's faces, this isn't special effects.
Oh, so even the crew. Yeah, that's how you know you're in trouble. Like when the crew, part of the staff, like that's how you know, like when you're up in the air 30,000 feet and the plane starts to turbulence and the crew like all sits down and straps in. Same with the cruise ship. Everybody's looking around like, what the hell? And then the DJ, you tell me, I'll defer to you on this one. The DJ's trolling, right?
You got to. That's well played. That's well played. Like when I was the DJ at the casino in Shelbyville, every once in a while, a couple drunk guys might get in a fight somewhere and like security would rush in, but that's the ultimate time to play Why Can't We Be Friends? Like it's perfect.
Really?
Or Mama Said Knock You Out, or the Rocky theme song or something. Makes everybody laugh, diffuses the situation. But there, I don't know if that's diffusing the situation.
It's making it much, much worse.
You're making it worse. Like if I'm on a boat and I'm going down in the ocean, don't play the theme from Jaws and don't play the theme from Titanic.
That would have been, the theme from Jaws would have been much better, I think.
Is this anything? Former late night television host, comedian Jay Leno was spotted Monday night in Beverly Hills with an eye patch and a big bruise on the side of his face.
Oh.
TMZ asked him what happened, and it looks pretty bad, but if you listen to Jay Leno, he's like, screw it, the show must go on.
Well, I was staying at a hotel, it was on a hill. I said, I go, where's a good place to eat? Oh, the bottom of this. So I went out. The restaurant was there, but to get to it, I didn't have a car. So you had to walk about 1.5 miles around. I said, well, the hill doesn't look that steep. It's about 60, 70 feet. Let me see if I can go down the hill. And then I fell down the hill, hit my head on a rock, knocked me in the eye. Well, I did the show, and then when I came back to L.A., I went to the hospital. Well, it was only a couple hours before the show. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
well, the great thing about this age, you don't learn by your mistakes. You just keep doing the same stupid thing.
I can imagine Jay Leno rolling down that hill like that scene in Princess Bride. Oh, man, buddy. And Jay Leno... You wish! And Jay Leno's 74 years old. He's saying he rolled down a giant hill 70 feet. You gotta be careful, man. 74. I mean, I guess Jay Leno's still in good shape, took care of himself. He was never a partier or a drinker. Like, he's still doing it. But he's had a bad streak. Like, in didn't he, like, get burned when he was working on his car in his garage or something like that. Like
he's a big gearhead. He loves cars, and
I think he fell off his motorcycle once.
Man.
Yeah, you're in your 70s. Sometimes, I mean, anybody will tell you. Anybody knows somebody, like, you have people in your family that have fallen. I have people in my family that have fallen that had never recovered, like that are elderly.
Right.
That's dangerous.
Like you and I, Nigel, we're about the same age here. We're in our upper 40s now. We're kind of at that little window where you got to start thinking, one slip in the shower is trouble. like when you're younger, you could slip, you could fall, you pop back up. It's called taking a bump, right?
Yeah.
But now,
very careful in the shower.
I'm at the age now where I'm like, damn, I better make sure I don't fall, because if I do, that's trouble. We're in a bad way.
Are you going to install like a nursing home stainless steel handle in the hammer shower?
So we took over Crystal's mother's house, and we've done a lot of home remodeling and stuff. But I will not confirm nor deny that the steel bar is up in the shower.
Okay, I got you.
From the previous ownership, and I said,
you use it?
I will not confirm nor deny. I've had to grab onto that sumbitch before. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, our best deals of the year are here. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited Plus line. Plus, get 300 megabit Xfinity internet and an unlimited mobile line together for only $35 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay with your bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
We know that around the holidays, things don't always go as planned. That's why Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles, the best warranty around. So make memories this season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Shop drivehubler.com or any of our 12 locations. Every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty and includes a 128-point vehicle inspection, plus a free Carfax history report. Choose from over 2,000 Chevys, Fords, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes and models. Certified luxury, even the hard-to-find ones. No matter where your plans take you, spread cheer all season long, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Happy holidays, Indiana. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 12 locations. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
This Christmas, 5,000 children in central Indiana are depending on Angel Tree to put gifts under their Christmas tree. We need your help to make this happen. So we're making it easy to participate right from home. Angels can be sponsored online by visiting the Salvation Army Central Indiana website. Choose your angel, buy their gifts, and return them to the Salvation Army by December 6th. Learn more at sacentralindiana.org/angeltree.
'93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Trying to figure out how it happened. 50 degrees, partly cloudy in the heart of downtown. Nothing on your radar, but snow is possible tonight with a low of 32. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 432. A fire took out a former Golden Corral Wednesday, says IFD Battalion Chief Rita Wright.
Would love to know what caused it, so that'll be part of the investigation. But from our end, everything was pretty routine, and you hate to say any fire is routine, but we didn't have any injuries, we didn't have any issues, and so it was just business for us.
The building along East Washington Street has been empty for about 4 years. They're still looking into exactly how that fire started. People accused of dealing drugs like cocaine were arrested Wednesday after some homes were raided in both Marion and Johnson counties by DEA agents.
Everything has to be planned in advance. It takes months to come to the final planning for these type of takedowns. because everything has to happen simultaneously.
Dan Schmitz with the DEA says state police and local law enforcement also helped him out. He says more people could still wind up arrested. The man convicted of killing Georgia nursing student Laken Riley will spend the rest of his life in prison. Here's Fox's Jeff Manasso.
There's no end to the pain and suffering that he inflicted on our family.
Laken Riley's mom, Allison, asking the judge in Athens to hand down the maximum sentence for Jose Ibarra. And he did.
I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole.
The Venezuelan national convicted of all 10 counts, including murder, kidnapping, and attempted rape of Riley, whom Ibarra attacked in February along running trails near the University of Georgia. The case became a national lightning rod over illegal immigration and crime. President-elect Donald Trump on Truth Social saying in part, justice for Laken, and that it's time to secure our border. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
Temps tonight could drop to freezing, which is obviously cold enough for some snow. Places north of Indy have a good chance of actually getting some before the end of today.
Delphi, Lafayette, Kokomo, Muncie, Winchester, those areas look like they're probably going to have the best alignment of where the precipitation occurs and also the temperatures that would favor having some accumulations that could be up to around 1 or 2 inches.
Randy Bowers at the National Weather Service. Even if snow doesn't wind up showing itself tonight or tomorrow, it's still going to be cold. Bauer says temperatures will be in the 30s for most of tomorrow. And at the closing bell, the Dow was up today by 139 points, closing at 43,408. The NASDAQ, though, in the red by 21 to 18,966. And the S&P 500 barely rose at close of the day at 5,917. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:34.
Looking for a great place to go for car care?
Hi, this is Lonnie Hinkle from Jiffy Lube, and I'd like to share the top 5 reasons that every Hoosier should trust Jiffy Lube to help keep their car running safe and well. Number 5, our computer system holds the maintenance data for every make and model. We know exactly what your car needs and when it needs to be done. Number 4, Jiffy Lube's training system is in the Training Magazine Hall of Fame. Along with companies like Ritz-Carlton, Starbucks, and Nordstrom's, our team does the job right. Number 3, you never need an appointment. We are ready to serve you whenever it works best for you, so come on in and see us. Number 2, Jiffy Lube accepts competitor coupons so you can get our great service at the desperate price of our competitors. And number 1, Jiffy Lube is a one-stop maintenance shop, and we make it easy for you to take great care of your car. Avoid the repair shop by getting your maintenance done at Jiffy Lube. And we now offer brakes, tires, tune-ups, and minor repairs at most stores.
So head to Jiffy Lube. There's really no reason to take your car anywhere else.
The traffic at 4:35. What's going on, Matt Bear?
Harrison, we are looking at inbound 65 stop-and-go traffic now before MLK to Meridian Penn, and our delay is looking at 10 minutes. Eastbound 70 slow to downtown south split from Tibbs Avenue. Looking at southbound 465 on the southwest side, it's slow from 70 to the White River. Eastbound 465 on the north side, stop-and-go traffic Westfield Boulevard over to Allisonville Road. Crash west side, 10th at Girls School Road. Traffic sponsored by B Window. No miss the annual B Window Black Friday sale, up to 52% off all products, plus 10% in manufacturer's rebates, and no payments, no interest for 20 months. Now proud to be employee-owned. Visit bwindow.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thanks, Matt. And here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Wednesday night looks cloudy with a low temperature around 31 degrees and about a 50% chance of some light rain. However, that could morph over into some snow as we move towards Thursday here in central Indiana. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
You're going to have to take me through this lib-on-lib feud, Hammer.
So, in one corner, we have a liberal commentator, Cenk Uygur, probably best known from the Young Turks. They've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Liberal, online type of show.
YouTube.
Right.
Never heard him, but I think they're pretty big.
He's kind of a big, kind of surly dude.
Yeah.
And in the other corner, liberal commentator and American University professor Alan Lichtman. Now, Lichtman is the dude who put out this big report before the election, 13 Keys to the Election. And he did this big media tour on it, and it turns out he was, like, wrong about every single thing. So every one of his keys was basically wrong.
Those are a lot of keys to get wrong.
A lot of wrong keys
13 is the number.
So these guys were part of a panel discussion on Piers Morgan's show. So the Young Turks guy, Cenk, he's trying to discuss what Dems have to do better instead of just blaming the voters, okay?
Which is what they've been doing.
Right.
Yeah, it's your fault.
So he's like, listen, we can't just blame the voters. And then he brings up what this professor said before the election, his key predictions, his key focus group studies, and he talks about how wrong they are. And the professor starts getting super defensive.
Don't blame the voters. I think, look, we could get into this discussion, but one, I think you're blaming the voters. I think that's a terrible idea. Look, I debated Professor Lichtman before. I told him his theories about the keys were absurd. I was right. He was wrong. I said he'd lose his keys.
No, you were
Couldn't
not
find
right,
him before
and
the
I was
election.
not wrong, and that's a cheap shot, and I won't stand for it.
Well, who won, brother?
You should not be
Who
taking
won?
cheap
Who
shots
won?
at me.
Who
You
won?
want to make your
You
point,
live
make your
in a
point.
total
Don't make it
world of
personal.
denial.
I read your own followers' comments, and they all trashed you, every one of them, and supported me.
Yeah,
so
right,
quiet with
right.
your personal
yeah,
attacks.
come find out again.
Make whatever
Okay.
point you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
Look,
make it
you
personal.
don't know anything. You don't know
You
anything.
attacked me
You
personally.
You're so deluded.
All right. I've only
Okay.
been a
Can I
professor
just-
for 51 years.
On this program,
published
I've never been
13
able
books.
to finish a
How many
thought.
books have you published? No, because you're personally
Yeah.
attacking me again. Say whatever you want, but I'm not going to
Okay,
stand
but
for
brother,
personal
you got it
attacks.
wrong.
And that's how, like, the elite, the professor class, the elite class, that's how, I'm never wrong. How many books have you published?
It was a landslide election, but it's the voters' fault. Like Donald Trump swept the swing states. The Republican won the popular vote. Not that that ever matters, but that's a big deal to the Democrats, and Donald Trump won that. So, again, they're making Cenk sound like he's some sort of conservative almost, because he's like, listen, we've got to do some soul searching here. We can't just rely on these stupid reports that people like you put out. It's not the voters' fault. It's our fault. But the professor, nope, it's the voters' fault, and my keys are right. Here's a little bit more.
Say
you were
whatever you want.
preposterously and stupidly wrong. So, okay, all right. Can I just finish a
call me
goddamn
stupid.
thought ever on this show?
No, not if you're
Okay,
personally
well,
I
you proved
admitted
it.
I was wrong. I don't need you to call me stupid.
Okay.
Can I just say,
What
it's
kind of
great to see
nonsense
you
is that?
Democrats
Yeah, I
all
know.
getting
Who
along
taught
so
you
well.
manners?
It's lovely to see a
Can I
post-election
finish a
harmony as you all
goddamn
come
point?
together
We're
again.
just one right now. Hey, Alan, you deserve a tall glass of shut-up juice, so can you just shut up for a second and let someone who knows what
Not
they're doing...
if you're gonna personally attack me.
Make
any point you want.
So,
I will not sit here and stand for personal attacks, for blasphemy against me. You don't need to do that. You don't boost your
blasphemy
ego
against
by
you? Who the hell are
attacking
you?
me
Are
like
you
that.
Jesus
Just
Christ,
make
you
your point.
loser?
So good.
Blasphemer! I'm a professor and you're nothing but a lowly YouTuber. How dare you blaspheme me? Who is this Alan Lichtman guy? Who are these people?
Oh, Cenk is a lunatic too. Let's not make him out to be the hero here, but his depantsing of this guy has to be applauded.
Oh, that was so
Blasphemy!
funny.
Who are you, Jesus Christ? Can I hear the very end of that last part one more time, Kylan, please?
Wow.
You don't boost
Blasphemy
your ego
against
by
you? Who the hell are
attacking
you?
me
Are
like
you
that.
Jesus
Just
Christ,
make
you
your point.
loser?
So good.
I mean, that's kind of a glimpse into the Democratic Party and the progressives as a whole right now. They're just
Right.
eating their own, pointing the fingers at each other, pointing the fingers at their, even the political class, pointing the fingers at the regular folks that voted. It's your fault. That's what it is. It's hilarious, and I love it.
There's a few people like Van Jones and Cenk here that are like, listen, we got our ass handed to us. Maybe it's time that we look in the mirror. But then there's an awful lot of others that are like, nope, we're right. The rest of the country, even though we were blown out in a landslide, they're all idiots.
Yeah, and Republicans have to be careful, too, not to just sit back. And I mean, you can laugh and have fun, and you can celebrate, and you can also have to realize that, you know, we got a couple of years to accomplish some stuff, and then the midterms come, and then Donald Trump, that's it in 4 years. That's right. He's done. And trust me, the Democrats will try their damnedest and regroup.
Would you like to hear Sonny Hostin of The View be humbled?
Yes. I'm
Thought you'd
sorry,
like
I didn't let you finish.
A little misdirection there.
You certainly be humbled. Sonny Hostin, humbling.
So we're gonna play you a couple sound bites that I've edited together. They're separated by like a beeping noise. They're only 3 minutes apart in this show.
All right.
So Sonny Hostin of The View, she's fired up about Matt Gaetz. Just bok this and bok that, because she's a chicken head. And she starts rattling off some pretty salacious stuff that might not be true. So 3 minutes later, you can tell the producers of The View made her look into the camera and read an apology.
Shut up.
Take a listen.
Oh, yeah.
How could you nominate someone with allegations of child trafficking across state lines and having sex with a 17-year-old? My understanding further on in the interview, they discussed the fact that once he finds out that she's 17, he stops having sex with her.
Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
We'll be right back.
Oh, it's not quite an apology, but it's humbling, right? The fact she's got to look into that prompter and say those words or be fired, oh, that's chef's kiss.
Do you really think, 3 years, the weaponized Department of Justice under Merrick Garland, do you really think if they could have found any sort of shred of evidence, they would have used it against Matt Gaetz, representative out of Florida, flamethrower,
right,
disruptor?
Not even the Democrats, not even Merrick Garland. If you think that Kevin McCarthy didn't have some swamp monster friends that had some dirt, you don't think that guy wanted some retribution? Like, if it's there, then it feels like it would have already been out. You're right on that. But this brings us to great moments in on-air humbling history.
Oh.
After he made a pretty rough slur in a baseball game talking about the city of San Francisco.
Ooh.
This was Reds TV broadcaster Tom Brenneman.
I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess went out over the air that I am deeply ashamed of. If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again.
Did he?
Not for the Reds. Now, he is back. Like, he's been given a second chance. He's been very humble about everything. I think he's doing, like, some different football games and basketball games and stuff.
Good.
So, but he lost his full-time TV gig with the Reds after that, for sure. All right, when we come back, we have a lewd, nude dude in the news. Haven't had one of these in a while. We'll talk about that next.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for LD Smith Plumbing, and no, Lance Smith is not my son, but I'd sure be proud to call him so because he's built LD Smith Plumbing up the right way, year by year with great service and impeccable quality. Lance takes the dirty and stinky jobs and cleans them up with plumbing solutions that work. When you need a plumber, just go online at ldsmithplumbing.com. Sewer and drain service or everyday plumbing service, either way, you really will be contacting the best. ldsmithplumbing.com.
Earn, save, grow. It's time your money works harder and goes further with a Stockyards Bank and Trust CD. For a limited time, earn 5.15 annual percentage yield with our 5-month CD special. Proudly serving our communities since 1904. Visit any of our 5 Indianapolis area locations or syb.com/IndyCD today and experience the Stockyards Bank difference. 10,000 minimum balance required. Limited time offer. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
I'm confused. After 40 years, people still tell me that they have seen another spa that's as good as a Royal Spa. I've given tours to engineering groups who see our operation and ask, how can anyone buy from others when Royal Spa products are so much better? The answer is that lots of people don't take the time to understand the unbelievable differences. Come into any of our locations and make the salesperson prove the superiority of the Royal Spa product.
Royal Spa.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. For the last 97 years, we've offered Central Indiana the best mattresses at the best price with free delivery and interest-free financing. Now through Monday, save up to $800 on Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Nectar mattresses, plus queen mattresses start at $399. The Back to Sleep sale is going on now through Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
As a caregiver, managing your loved one's health can at times be overwhelming. This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. In a moment, I'll share 3 tips to help you manage your loved one's medical care effectively.
Cardon and Associates offers the finest senior living options tailored to your loved one's needs. Reservations are now being accepted for new apartments at Copper Trace in Westfield. Visit cardon.com.
Tip number 1, keep a list of all medications, dosages, and schedules to ensure your loved one is taking their medication correctly. Second, attend doctor's appointments with your loved one when you're able. And finally, stay organized by keeping forms, notes, and other important documents in one secure place. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joy's House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access a library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
See Pierce Jewelers' breathtaking selection of lab-grown diamonds, refined to perfection and value. It's the new choice in diamonds. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
B's offering our Black Friday sale, 52% off, plus 10% manufacturer rebates and 18 months, no interest, no payments.
You want to listen all day to WIBC, but you don't always have time. Don't worry, there's a podcast for that. The WIBC Mashup, daily highlights from your favorite hosts, Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, Matt Bear, are we getting more action out on the roads?
A lot of slowdowns right now, Hammer. We have northbound 465 stop and go traffic 86 to 865. Inbound 69 drags from 96 to 82nd. Making your way into the North Split on inbound 65 stop and go traffic White River down to the North Split, and that is a delay of 16 minutes. Northbound 65 really slow right now at the North Split today to 21st Street. Eastbound 70 from the west side slows before Belmont to the South Split, and on the southwest side, southbound 465 stop and go before 70 to the White River. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Don't miss the annual B Window Black Friday sale. Up to 52% off all products plus 10% in manufacturer's rebates and no payments, no interest for 20 months. Now proud to be employee owned. Visit bwindow.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
50 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
For sure, Movember, ladies and gentlemen, not just for beards and mustaches. You know, we grow our beards and mustaches out for Movember to raise awareness about men's health. And now you can come join us and all the guys from 107.5 The Fan, like Jake and John and Kevin Bowen, and get free health screenings this Saturday, a couple days from now, Googman House Brewing Company. That's right. I believe it's right across from the old Busch Stadium.
Right, near Mr. Bendo, right? Mr. Bendo.
Dude standing there with his arms out.
And yes, we will have the Ohio State-Indiana game on the screens, and the beer will be flowing.
And speaking of screens, free health screenings.
That's right.
Like I used to be, didn't worry about it that much. Come get it. It's like a one-stop shop for all things men's health.
Cancer screenings, blood pressure. My favorite thing that is going to be there, free Ask a Doctor, Ask a Nurse. So don't Google the stuff yourself. Come ask a professional, and it doesn't cost you anything. So we hope to see you guys this Saturday. Nigel and I are going to be there at noon. All right, Miss Kylan, we've made the people wait long enough. We've got a lewd, nude dude in the news.
Oh, no. Here's another lewd, nude dude in the news.
Dateline, Pennsylvania. A man in Pennsylvania was caught on camera treating his body like an amusement park on a neighbor's property. When he was confronted, the gentleman said, "My bad." This is according to the police report.
That's quite the response.
Benjamin Santos Jr., 56 years old, was intoxicated when he went onto his neighbor's property at 2:30 a.m., according to Officer Dara Golden-Kieske of the Sunbury Police Department. The police have charged Santos with misdemeanors of open lewdness, loitering, prowling at night, and a summary harassment. Preliminary hearing is set for December 3rd.
Why do you sneak onto the neighbor's property to do that? What's going on in your own area that you can't do that?
Was he marking his territory?
We usually do that with urine. I don't know that treating your body like an amusement park, as you put it, is necessarily marking your own territory.
I mean, it doesn't have to be urine, I guess.
Just being a pervert.
Well, yeah, that's why he's arrested and charged.
I love the hey, sorry, my bad.
My bad.
Sorry. Like you say my bad if you make an errant pass in basketball.
Right. If I accidentally knock your cup off the table. Oh, my bad. Dang it. But you don't say that when you sneak onto your neighbor's lawn, take your britches down to your ankles, and start bopping the old baloney. Doesn't work like that. All right.
Excuse me.
When we come back, the prosecutor of Johnson County, Lance Hamner, is scheduled to join us. We're going to talk about the murder charge for that 13-year-old. We'll see if we can get some information. That's next.
Hey, holiday heroes. It's a special time of year at Shane Company. As a family business for 4 generations, we know firsthand that fine jewelry is the gift that says it all. From the engagement ring that says, "You're the one," to the diamond tennis bracelet that says, "Thank you for being you." We have the widest selection of fine jewelry gifts, in stock and ready to take home. Come pick out a pair of hand-matched diamond stud earrings or a necklace with a colorful gemstone. Check out our new Bloom collection, one of owner Tom Shane's favorites this year, featuring stunning sapphires, emeralds, or rubies. At Shane Company, every gift and every price range is crafted to our high-quality standards. We have jewelers working in every store to bring your gifts to life, making sure rings fit just right, setting center stones and engagement rings by hand, and engraving your pieces to make your gifts even more special. Your gifts will always be protected with our unmatched free lifetime warranty. Visit shaneco.com and come see us in store. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
A true partner in your health dedicates time to understanding your needs. At CenterWell Senior Primary Care, doctors make one-on-one time with you a priority, so you can get all your questions answered and feel more confident in your health care. See how it feels to have a team of senior care experts working together to help you feel your best. CenterWell, it's about time. Schedule a tour today at meetcenterwell.com. That's meetcenterwell.com.
If you have a well, you simply have to have regular preventative maintenance, or you'll have a no water event at some point. For a limited time, C&J is offering a well cleaning and a 6-point inspection for only $845, and that's a full 15% discount for the cleaning, a flow evaluation, switch analysis, pump amps test, pressure tank check, leak inspection, and a bacteria sampling too. Clean out before you chill out. Just call C&J. Great systems and great people too. 317-852-WELL.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Don't wait until Gold Friday. Get your tickets today. Siaka hits the three. Pacers have the lead. Pacers pre-Gold Friday deals have tipped off.
Out to Walker. He's hit a couple of threes.
Count it again.
Pre-Gold Friday deals presented by KeyBank are underway with tickets as low as $5 when the Pacers meet the Wizards on Sunday, the Pelicans on Monday, and Trailblazers on Wednesday. Get your tickets at Pacers.com/Gold Friday. That's Pacers.com/Gold Friday.
In the fight against lung cancer, it's game on, game strong. Franciscan Health leads the way with robotic technology to find and treat cancer sooner. Our entire team of multidisciplinary experts let cancer know it's hard to play against us. Franciscan Health is changing the game for lung cancer patients. Schedule a consultation or second opinion today. Visit franciscanhealth.org/lungcancercare.
Coming up in 2 minutes, there are chances for some snow as early as tonight. That continues into Thursday. A man was driving way too fast in a construction zone in Hancock County Tuesday. And John Herrick tells you about some former Colts who have a shot at making it into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's coming up after Fox News Radio from the Technology Recycler Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
A stalemate on the ethics panel. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The House Ethics Committee is evenly split between Democrats and Republicans, and today could not agree on releasing a report about their probe of now former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, the Trump nominee for Attorney General. He denies allegations including sexual misconduct and drug abuse and has been meeting privately with Republican senators.
Lindsey Graham met with Gaetz today. Graham said he feared opponents of Gaetz are becoming a, quote, lynch mob. He said, quote, unverified allegations are being treated as if they are true.
Fox's Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill.
Now on Truth Social, President-elect Trump accused, quote, radical left lunatics of trying to destroy his picks. There's a push for the House to vote and compel the Ethics Committee to release the Gaetz report.
Ohio Senator and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance guiding Gaetz through today's meetings with senators. Closing arguments, a verdict, and a sentence all in one day as Venezuelan national Jose Ibarra is convicted of killing Georgia nursing student Laken Riley. A Superior Court judge finding him guilty on all 10 counts, including murder and attempted rape. Prosecutor Sheila Ross pointing to physical evidence.
Laken left those scratches, and the physical evidence says that she left those scratches because that is why his DNA is underneath her right fingernails. She marked him. She marked him for everyone to see.
The defense arguing unsuccessfully that Ibarra's brother might be the killer. Riley was out for a morning run when she was murdered in February. Her mother among those offering victim impact statements.
This sick, twisted, and evil coward showed no regard for Laken or human life. We are asking that same be done to him.
The judge sentencing Ibarra to life without parole. The president-elect posting justice for Riley and that it's time to secure the border. Ibarra entered the U.S. illegally in 2022. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It is that time of the year. 49 degrees with a few clouds over the circle. Your radar is clear. 32 is your low tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox from Moss Roofing. Here's what's trending at 5:02. Snow could be here by the end of the day, followed by the potential for accumulation Thursday. Randy Bowers with the National Weather Service says places north of Indy have their strongest chances.
Delphi, Lafayette, Kokomo, Muncie, Winchester, those areas look like they're probably going to have the best alignment of where the precipitation occurs and also the temperatures that would favor having some accumulation locations, it could be up to around 1 or 2 inches.
Bauer says bundle up. Temperatures fall into the 30s tonight. They'll stay there for much of Thursday. A man was arrested for driving over 100 miles per hour in Hancock County in a construction zone Tuesday. The speed limit there is only 55, so you do the math. State Police Sergeant John Perrine says it's a minor miracle he didn't hurt somebody.
Not only puts his life in danger, but it puts so many other lives in danger, to include other drivers, the workers, the first responders, and it's just reckless.
Perrine says the man was arrested Tuesday and back in court today and sentenced to 20 days in jail. Federal agents with the DEA, along with local police, raided homes yesterday in Marion and Johnson counties.
We conducted approximately 15 federal search warrants, 12 federal arrest warrants on a group that had ties to violence, distributing large quantities of controlled substances, including fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamine.
DEA agent Dan Schmidt says their job's not done yet. They're still looking for more dealers. And former Indianapolis Colts players Adam Vinatieri, Robert Mathis, and Reggie Wayne are all semifinalists for the next class in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. John Herrick reports.
All three of them helped the Colts win Super Bowl 41. Wayne made the Pro Bowl 6 times, Mathis 5 times, and Vinatieri was a Pro Bowl member 3 times. Mathis is the NFL's all-time leader in forced fumbles. Vinatieri is the NFL's all-time leader in field goals made, and Wayne led the NFL in receiving yards in 2007. The Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony happens next August. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 5:04.
It's starting to be fall in Indiana, the perfect time to tackle home projects you've been putting off before winter arrives. With Moss Roofing by your side, you don't have to do it alone. They're ready to assist with your roofing and siding needs, ensuring your home is safe and ready for the holidays. Let Moss Roofing, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com, give your home a serious glow up with premium James Hardy siding, tough enough to face Indiana's wild weather and stylish enough to turn heads on your block. And the best part, their free inspections come with a 3D design preview so you could see your home's stunning makeover before the work begins. Contact Moss Roofing for a job done right every single time at Moss Roofing, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com, or call 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 317-747-3665. That's 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com. And don't forget, tell them Tony Katz sent you.
With traffic on the 5s at 5:05. What's going on, Matt Bear?
Yeah, Harrison, looking at the northwest side, northbound 465, loaded from 86th Street up to 865. Eastbound 465, stop-and-go traffic from Westfield Boulevard past Keystone Avenue. Inbound 65 slows from MLK to the North Split, 10-minute delay. Eastbound 70 slow to downtown for the west side. It's Tibbs Avenue to Meridian, Illinois with a 10-minute delay. Northbound 65 out the North Split slows to West Street. East side southbound 465 tightens up from I-70 down to South Shadeland Avenue, and on the southwest side, southbound 465 stop and go before 70 to the White River. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Wednesday night looks cloudy with a low temperature around 31 degrees and about a 50% chance of some light rain. However, that could morph over into some snow as we move towards Thursday here in central Indiana. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it! My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special guest on the hotline.
We've been talking about this awful situation where a 13-year-old boy was shot and killed by another 13-year-old boy in Greenwood. And now we've got charges. Murder and criminal recklessness charges have been filed against a 13-year-old boy who allegedly shot and killed another one. The prosecutor in Johnson County is Lance Hamner. He joins us now. Lance, before we get into why these charges are what they are, for somebody that may be listening here for the first time, walk us through what happened here.
we had a bunch of young boys were together, and it was late at night, and a gun was produced, and somebody got shot with that gun.
Okay, so a bunch of kids around the same age, around 13, they're playing with a weapon, and one 13-year-old, at least from what I'm reading, pointed the weapon, fired a shot, killed another one. And can you confirm or deny some other things that are out there in the media, Lance? The kids kind of ran off after the shooting, and the shooter, I believe he was scared. He called 911 and tried to make it sound like it was a suicide. Is that accurate?
I think that's accurate, yes. I think that's what the police are telling you, and I think that's correct.
Okay, so your office has now filed murder and criminal recklessness charges against the 13-year-old boy that pulled the trigger. What can you tell us about those charges, and how did they come to be?
Well, first of all, the person who's charged is a juvenile, and that means a juvenile delinquency petition was filed, and it's different terminology, but it's somewhat the same thing. But it's juvenile delinquency for the charge of murder if committed by an adult, and criminal recklessness with a deadly weapon, a level 5 felony if committed by an adult. And we have to file it that way because it's juvenile court. And what that means is we're not exactly sure what happened. We think that there is probable cause to believe that it could go either way. So we're filing both of them to make sure that we that when the investigation is continued and we see which direction this definitely wants to go, we will have those charges preserved.
And so the ongoing investigation, Mr. Prosecutor, what if you find out that it wasn't what it appeared to be? Can those charges be dialed back?
Always, yes. That's always the case. And so what could happen is if we look at it, we get all the information and we decide that it was just an accident or it was recklessness, but it wasn't intentional, it could just go to the reckless. And that kind of a case would obviously not go to adult court. It's also possible that it could go to adult court, but we just don't have enough. There are a number of factors that come into play when you're making that decision, and it is a very technical legal analysis. And so we don't have that information yet, so we're simply filing these things to preserve our possibilities of going forward either direction.
Okay, so this is an ongoing investigation, but these charges filed today are basically so that when the investigation is completed, you've got something, you can either dial these charges back or you can move them forward to an adult court, right?
That's it in a nutshell, exactly.
Any chance of whoever's gun that was, if it was a parent's gun that was the owner of that house or somebody like that, any other charges do you expect in this shooting?
Or any other charges for the other people, the other teenagers that were present?
When the Greenwood Police finishes their investigation, we will look to see what they recommend on this. Right now, our focus is on the shooter.
And last thing here before we let you go, again, Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner with us. Just from a human perspective here, guy to guy here, is it hard to file a murder charge against a 13-year-old?
Gentlemen, it's sickening. It's really a sad case, and it's not like we're dealing with people who've been victimizing the community for a long time, and so we're finally getting them out of the way. This is just a bolt out of the blue, and it's really sad in every direction.
And it sounds like the charges as of now, this is more procedure than anything else.
I think that's a fair assessment, yes.
Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner. Prosecutor, we thank you for your time. We appreciate you, and we'll talk again down the road when we get a little bit more information about this situation, okay?
Very good. Talk to you later.
Man, that would be tough as a prosecutor. But look, I don't know what the feelings of the victims' families are. Maybe they feel like, obviously, I don't know, I would feel like my son deserves justice. But I don't know what the circumstances were. I don't know how they were playing with each other. Were they messing around? It was it was nighttime. I didn't know it was nighttime.
Right.
The prosecutor.
The more information that comes out, I think you'll be able to get a better understanding. I don't want to rush to judge anything right now.
Yeah.
But just an awful, awful situation all the way around the board.
And I believe there is, if you find this story at WIBC.com, there is a link to a GoFundMe where you can donate to the victims' families.
13-year-old, man, losing his life over some nonsense.
Yeah.
So that was in Johnson County. Johnson County, I believe, also part of these raids that took place this morning, the drug raids.
Yeah, you were telling me you heard some of that.
I kind of woke up with this today. One of them was kind of near my neighborhood, right? So without giving you my exact address on the air, I heard like a loud bang at around 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's crazy. Because when you first were talking to me about this, I thought you were talking about, I saw it on the news. They were using flashbangs and stuff. But no, it was adjacent to where you live.
Right. So the alleyway where I live was blocked off. And about I'd say maybe a block or two down the road, that's where there was some action. So the police had created this, area where they were blocking everything off. Officers were like in the alley, and then bang, real loud about 6 o'clock in the morning. I heard like an explosion type sound. And I thought, what in the hell is that? I knew it wasn't a gunshot. So, I'm in basketball shorts, no shirt. I walk out in my backyard.
Oh, it was chilly this morning, too.
It was a little chilly. It was a little wet.
Yeah.
And I see like a head, like a silhouette of a head in my alley. And I yell out there, "Who's there?" And they yell back, "Police." So I was like,
oh, my God.
Okay. So I talked to the officer a little bit, and they fired these flashbangs because they were trying to wake up the person they were looking to get out of the house. And it was the DEA, like a SWAT team van was there, like all the police stuff. It was wild, man.
Okay, so this didn't just happen kind of in the vicinity where you live. This was all over?
Correct.
These raids were happening all over?
Southwest side, southeast side. It was the DEA, the state police, the IMPD, and it was in other counties too. Johnson, Owen, Hamilton counties. And from what I gather, this was a long planned raid for big amounts of narcotics, fentanyl, cocaine, heroin, meth, and violent drug dealers. So that's why the SWAT teams were there. And seriously, at like 6:05 this morning, I hear somebody on a megaphone.
I couldn't imagine.
Indiana State Police, person's name. Please come out with your hands up. I mean, it was wild. I was watching all of this unfold, like down the street.
Do you know they got the guy by you? Like,
I don't know if they got that guy. I couldn't see that far.
How many did they get, like, all together? Like, what was
12 arrests at 15 different locations.
15?
Yes.
Man,
so
good.
The focus was on violent narcotic dealers, large amounts of drugs, and it was led by the DEA. But Kendall Adams, who is the deputy chief for IMPD, described today as a good day and said that the authorities targeted these violent drug dealers in the area.
Man, I hate to be so pessimistic, but my next question that popped in my head is, when are they going to be back out on the streets? How good of lawyers, defense lawyers, do they have?
Right.
What are the judges and the prosecution? And all that factors into play.
Well, we just spoke to the Johnson County prosecutor, and I've got faith that he's going to do the right thing.
Yes, he's been on with us before.
And I think we kind of know the Hamilton County prosecutor doesn't put up with nonsense.
Greg Garrison, yeah.
But here in Indy, that guy's probably going to be back in the house tonight. Like, that's not too far away from me.
I really hope not. Scary for you guys, though, man. I couldn't imagine waking up to that. And not knowing what those sounds were.
Right. Like, I knew it wasn't gunshots. I know the sound of gunshots. It sounded like an explosion. I thought, man, what's going on? And then when I yell in the alley, "Who's there?" and they yell police, I got to be honest, I didn't really trust them at first.
So you couldn't see a uniform or anything? You could maybe just see a silhouette?
Yeah, I could see like a head, like almost like Home Improvement Wilson, just the head walking across the privacy fence.
Wow.
But spoke with the officer. They were just like, "Hey, get back. We've got a situation down here." It's like, okay, all right. I'm just making sure you're not breaking into my house.
And then that situation turns out to be a giant citywide drug raid.
Right.
Donut counties, many other counties involved.
100%.
Okay, well, glad you're okay, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was wild. It was hats off to the people that do that, though.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What an adrenaline rush that would be if you were one of those folks, right? Because at one point, I mean, the officers had to go into the house, and I believe they found what they were looking for or found who they were looking for.
Good.
So I know there's been a lot of negativity so far in this break. How about something fun, Nige?
Please.
If you need a reason to drink tonight, happy 82nd birthday to wheelin', dealin', hair sniffing, kiss stealing Joe Biden.
I got hairy legs. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man. Before you got in this program, you take a test where you're taking cocaine. Are you a junkie?
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
How old?
82. But he doesn't look a day past 109. Matt Bear standing by with a look at the roads.
Looking at the north side, a stall on eastbound 465 before Keystone Avenue. It's blocking the left center lane, and traffic is slow to Westfield Boulevard. After that, still stop and go traffic to the White River. Inbound 65, stop and go after MLK to Meridian Penn. Northbound 65, dragging from Meridian Penn up to 21st. Eastbound 70, jammed up coming into the south split from Belmont. That's a 10-minute delay. Westbound 465, south side stop and go traffic around 31. That's because of a crash on the shoulder. And on the southwest side, southbound 465, stop and go traffic. Sam Jones to the White River. Traffic sponsored by Grand Appliance. Shop Grand Appliance for Black Friday pricing all month long, plus thousands and rebate savings on top brands. Learn more at grandappliance.com or your local Grand Appliance showroom. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
We know that around the holidays, things don't always go as planned. That's why Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles, the best warranty around. So make memories this season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Shop drivehubler.com or any of our 12 locations. Every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty and includes a 128-point vehicle inspection, plus a free Carfax history report. Choose from over 2,000 Chevys, Fords, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes and models. Certified luxury, even the hard-to-find ones. No matter where your plans take you, spread cheer all season long, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Happy holidays, Indiana. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 12 locations. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
You have to try Barkeep vodka. It's local. It's the cleanest vodka ever made by utilizing. They've got this new compression filtering process that reduces all the bite burn and aftertaste. It's amazing.
You are getting a top shelf vodka for a lower price. And it's made in Indy, distilled with corn from Indiana farmers. This makes a great gift for the holidays. It's called Barkeep. BarkeepVodka.com. Pick up a bottle at any Indiana grocery or liquor store where spirits are sold.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good?
Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Mobile Unlimited. Plus, for a limited time, find out how to get an $800 holiday bonus prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online to ComcastBusiness.com today. Ends 12/15/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Connection Pro. EcoBill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Indianapolis area attorneys. 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1250, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
B's offering our Black Friday sale, 52% off, plus 10% manufacturer rebates and 18 months, no interest, no payments.
It's JMV, and this Saturday and Sunday is Miss M's Home and Garden Holiday Open House. Sales, samples, giveaways, and door prizes. State Road 135 south of Whiteland Road in Burgersville.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's full-service jewelry store.
Are you really okay with this? Are you okay? Everything's gonna be okay. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show. Oh, yeah!
Hammer, a study found the best gift cards to give people for the holidays. You ready?
Bring it.
Amazon, Target, Sephora. I think that's a perfume store, right? I don't know. Walmart, Starbucks. Those are all the best gift cards to give people for the holidays. Are you okay with this?
No. Where's the restaurant gift cards there?
Oh.
Like, I love a good restaurant gift card. Are you a gift card guy? Like,
sure.
If somebody buys you a gift card, are you good with that?
Yes. No question.
Because my wife is one of those people that feel like it's an impersonal gift, but like my mom and dad, that's all they want is like restaurant gift cards. You know, they're retired. They like to go out to eat and hang out, and that's the perfect gift for them. And honestly, I don't need much. You know, if we're not going on a trip somewhere, give me a gift card. That's what I want. And even when I go on vacation, I'm not above using the gift card when I get there.
Someplace I'd normally not go just because of the expense, like a fancy steakhouse or something like that. It's not the norm for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if somebody gets you a St. Elmo gift card or a Ruth Chris gift card or something. Yeah, it's a great gift, but hell, man, I'd even take Applebee's, I'd take Chili's, Outback Steakhouse, because I know I'm going to use it. It's not like it's going to go to waste.
Right on the way home. Chili's.
But if you're somebody that's out there looking for one of those out-of-the-box ideas for a gift card, here's a little place that we recommend exclusively on the Hammer and Nigel show.
Hey, ladies, do you need some new underwears? Well, not new, but new to you. Then come to Kentucky John's Underwear Depot.
That's right.
I have a large selection of bras and panties for you to choose from. And I'm conveniently located across the roadside from Shady Acres Mobile Home Park. Private fittings are available, too. And I take trades. Oh, and that's for ladies only, because guys wearing women's underwears, that's just weird.
Thank you.
So see you soon at Kentucky John's Underwear Depot.
See, even Kentucky John thinks it's weird to wear women's underpants if you're a dude.
Okay, if you're doing any cold weather camping,
well, you know me.
Here's one way to stay warm. Hammer, you pee in a bottle and sleep with it. This is serious. Here's a guy in the mountains explaining his theory.
If you urinate in a bottle before going to sleep and put it in your sleeping bag like this and stay around it the whole night, just imagine how hot you're gonna be. Urination is around 37 degrees Celsius. This night it dropped down to 5 degrees. That means right there you have an insane heat resource coming from your own body. You are self-suppliant. That means you're not dependent on fire.
37 degrees Celsius, by the way, 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Are you okay with this?
Yes.
Really?
You got to do what you got to do to stay alive and stay warm. I'm not mad at that at all. But here's the thing. Like, that was valuable information. If you're ever stranded in a blizzard, if you're stranded on a mountain in the woods, that's valuable information. But these TikTokers and Instagram stars are going to have to learn, turn the background music down just a little bit. Why was the instrumental of just the two of us playing while this guy's talking about pee? I mean, that's what it was. It was the instrumental of just the two of us.
If you urinate in a bottle,
we can make it if we try.
Forget the bottle. Why don't you just pee your pants?
But then that gets cold, though, after a while. Though.
Oh, good point. All right.
You want to keep it in the bottle. You want to keep it warm. Listen, I've peed in a bottle before.
Really?
Yes.
I never have.
High school football bus. It was a long road trip back from Brown County, and, man, I had to pee. So you get the Gatorade bottle. You just bada bing, bada boom.
Dolly Parton just put out a new limited edition perfume called Smoky Mountain Gold Hammer. Here she is talking about how good it smells.
Hey, it's Dolly, and I want to share something with you. My Smoky Mountain Gold limited edition fragrance. It's close to my heart, inspired by the beauty and the magic of the Smoky Mountains where I grew up. Oh, it brings back the scent of rich woods, the warm amber, and just a touch of that sweet mountain air. It takes my heart home, and it can take you somewhere special, too.
Are you okay with Dolly Parton's Smoky Mountain Gold perfume?
Yes, Dolly Parton is an American treasure.
Smells like the mountains.
The mountains do smell good, man.
All right.
Like, you laugh, but I'm telling you, if you were to go to the place that we're going next week, up in the mountains of the Smoky Mountains,
right?
The big cabin and the hot tub, and you can smell the fresh air. Dude, it's totally different. It's awesome. Although I do think she missed a marketing opportunity, knowing what most people think of when they think of Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
She should have just called it Smokin' Mountains. I'm Dolly Parton. I got some smoking mountains here, and now you can smell like my smoking mountains.
I love it.
But this really is nothing new. Celebrities, they've been putting out perfumes and colognes for a long time now.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, even Joe Biden has his own cologne now.
Who has the smell, but he can really tell.
Come on, man.
Who has the style he can't remember for a while.
Come on, man.
Whether it's hiding in the basement.
Come on, man.
Or forgetting to wear his Depends.
Come on, man.
Come on, man is the scent for a politician on the go.
Come on, man.
Or a politician who forgets he had to go.
Come on, man.
Designed to obscure that old man politician smell that only decades of corruption and dementia can create.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man is the scent. Whether you're strong-arming Ukrainians for political favors.
Come on, man.
Or getting your cocaine-addicted son out of rehab so he can make millions on a job that he's utterly unqualified for.
Come on, man.
Come on, man is perfect.
New from Hammer and Nigel Fragrances.
I love it.
Tony Kennett up next. Right now, let's take a look at the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It really can't hurt to be prepared for any snow. 47 degrees, a few clouds currently over the monument. Your radar mostly clear. Tonight's low drops down to 32. I'm Harrison Silcox for Mott's Roofing. Here's what's trending at 5:31. You should know the science by now. Rain chances with temps dropping below freezing means you could wind up getting some snow.
It doesn't look like it'll be a significant amount, so we're probably looking at some areas may have a trace or just a light coating of snow, and there could be some minor issues with travel on bridges and overpasses.
Randy Bowers at the National Weather Service says by the end of the day Thursday, 1 to 2 inches is possible. It could impact your drive into work, which is why snowplow drivers with the Indianapolis Department of Public Works will be working hard the next 48 hours.
They're definitely going to be 12-hour shifts.
Our next folks will come in at 7 a.m., and more drivers and more trucks will be added to the team to make sure that we're keeping those roads clear and safe.
Abadi Hart, spokeswoman with the Department of Public Works, urges you to plan ahead, drive slow, and to give other drivers enough room to get where they need to go. A report into President-elect Trump's Attorney General nomination has yet to be released. Here's Fox's Ryan Schmelz.
The House Ethics Committee did not come to an agreement on releasing a report into former Congressman Matt Gaetz that stems from an investigation into allegations of sexual misconduct and illicit drug use. That, according to Republican Chairman Michael Guest from Mississippi. The Senate Judiciary Committee has been asking for information from the report in order to vet Gaetz to be President-elect Trump's Attorney General. Illinois Democratic Congressman Sean Casten has included a resolution to force a vote on releasing the report. On Capitol Hill, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
And federal agents with the DEA, along with some local police officers, raided homes yesterday in Marion and Johnson counties.
We conducted approximately 15 federal search warrants, 12 federal arrest warrants on a group that had ties to violence, distributing large quantities of controlled substances, including fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamine.
DEA agent Dan Schmidt says their job isn't over. They're still looking to arrest some more dealers. And the average price you're paying for a gallon of gas in Indiana today, under $3 a gallon, $2.95 for unleaded, says Gas Buddy. It's nearly 10 cents cheaper than the national average. With traffic at 5:33, here's Matt Baer.
Harrison inbound 65, stop and go traffic. MLK down to the north split for a delay of 12 minutes. Eastbound 70 slow before Belmont to the south split. Northbound 65, 70 stop and go traffic from the south split up to the north split. On the north side, eastbound 465 loaded before and after Keystone Avenue. Delay ends about Allisonville Road. And on the southwest side, southbound 465 stop and go traffic from Sam Jones Expressway past I-70. Crash clear south side, westbound 465 after 31. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Don't miss the annual B Window Black Friday sale. Up to 52% off on products, plus 10% in manufacturer's rebates, and no payments, no interest for 20 months. Now proud to be employee owned. Visit bwindow.com for details. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Wednesday night looks cloudy with a low temperature around 31 degrees and about a 50% chance of some light rain. However, that could morph over into some snow as we move towards Thursday here in central Indiana. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
The Hammer and Nigel Show. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a special guest on the hotline.
He is an investigative reporter for the Daily Signal and the man behind the Tony Kennett cast. Right after our show at 7 o'clock, he is Tony Kennett. And Tony, last time we spoke, we were talking about the Department of Education. Is it going to be around? Is it not going to be around? Are you going to be the guy that gets hired and then brings it down? We had a big discussion about that. And since then, we know now that Linda McMahon is going to be leading the Department of Education. Yes, that McMahon family from WWE wrestling fame. I don't think she's with Vince anymore. I don't think they're officially divorced, but it sounds like she hasn't been with Vince for a while. But what do you make of all the hysteria about Linda McMahon being in charge of the DOE?
The first thing that really comes to mind is that, man, it seems that every time Trump picks somebody, there's like the enormous outrage from the 42-year bureaucrats that have been there through all of these different administrations doing absolutely nothing. There's the outrage-like moment. And then that fades away because, I start reading about the cabinet Dick. And I started looking into what she's done with the America First Policy Institute and also what she did when she was on the board of education for the state of Connecticut. And suddenly I started to realize, man, I not that I hate to admit it, I'm actually more than happy to admit it. This is yet another case in which, I don't know, honestly, pretty decent pick. Same with Gates, as much as I was surprised to admit it as well. Every time I read a little bit more, I'm like, yeah, maybe he's got a point.
And she gets lumped into the family business of her lunatic husband. So people think that she's some wrestling, person that's out there. It's not the case at all.
Well, she has appeared in the ring before.
She has.
Getting body slammed. Hilarious footage, by the way.
But it's not like she's the writer and the creator, though,
What'd you say?
She did the body slamming in one clip that I saw. It was pretty fantastic.
That's right. But you scroll through social media, though, and all of these lefties who for 4 years were just fine with dudes dressing as women, stealing luggage from airports, and these bizarre TikTok influencers being in the White House. Now, all of a sudden, they're, oh my God, I can't believe how undignified these pics are. Matt Gaetz and the McMahon family, they're all flabbergasted now, but nobody said a word when these freaks were previously in office.
You guys can go a little bit further than that. No one batted an eye when Barack and Big Mike Obama started producing Netflix movies and TV shows. No one batted an eye when Jason Allred ran against Ted Cruz, as though the NFL makes you suddenly a great pick for a senator. No one made any kind of complaints when anyone from the left gets into the political business. I seem to remember that when Arnie Schwarzenegger headed over to the left, no one really batted an eyelash. But all of a sudden, whenever there's somebody that's associated with Trump in the entertainment industry, that's a no-go. I mean, goodness gracious, Jen Psaki is a commentator over at MSNBC, was the White House press secretary, and now you have Pete Hegseth, who's going to take most likely a cabinet position in the Trump administration, yet suddenly that's off the table. I'm confused at the double and triple standards we have here, other than that this is just stupid people speaking very loudly.
And I put this on my social media earlier, and some people got all in their feelings. It's like, look, if you give us these cross-dressing clowns in the White House, these luggage-stealing people in positions of power, you can deal with a little Matt Gaetz for just a little bit. I think that's fair that you deal with a little bit of Matt Gaetz.
I'm also going to make a pretty decent point here, and I am making ahead of time known that this is decent. This isn't one of those, well, I'm just going to throw this out there. No, this is a verified truth. The bureaucrat experts who have been running the departments, the super 4-time retired generals in charge of the Army logistics wing of filing cabinets, they've been awful. And you know what? They've been accused of a lot of stuff. Anybody remember David Petraeus? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. I'm sorry. Are we supposed to pretend that just because a citizen or someone who doesn't have more stars on his uniform than a South American general, because that's not being appointed to the position, I'm supposed to be offended? You guys do realize this country's original cabinets up until the Civil War were staffed by civilians, right? Like, that's been a thing for a long time. We didn't start mimicking the Prussians until Woodrow Wilson had a stick far too up his butt.
What is it? I know you and Hammer both there in the past few minutes mentioned Matt Gaetz out of Florida, Trump's pick for Attorney General. What is it about him that gets the Democrats' goat? I mean, did you see The View? Did you see Sunny Hostin fuming? She was forced to read a legal note just minutes after presenting those Matt Gaetz allegations as a fact, and then the look on her face when 3 minutes later she had to basically say, well, never mind. What is it about this guy, and will he get picked?
I don't know if he'll actually be confirmed by the Senate. Yeah. I'm not quite sure. I have it's kind of a one side, two side thing with Gaetz. Gaetz is extremely hawkish on reforming the DOJ. And up until the point, there's a Senate hearing, which I'm going to be playing a clip of on tonight's show, in which he asks the assistant director of FBI Cyber, hey, where's Hunter Biden's laptop? And the guy tried to, beat around the bush. And then Gaetz pressed him again. And just like every congressional hearing, the guy doesn't answer the question. And so finally, Matt Gaetz says, okay, well, I have a little announcement to make. I actually have Hunter Biden's laptop.
Yeah.
And the entire room was like, what? That's why he terrifies the left. However, it also should be said, Gaetz is a bit of a clown. He is. I mean, he makes a big show in the House. He was the one who got all hot and bothered over Kevin McCarthy and got instrumental in the fight of tearing down any speaker he didn't like. Gaetz is a bit of an uncontrollable, immature goober in Congress. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. And so you can have both things here. There are legitimate reasons that Gates kind of brings concerns to mind, but also if you spend 4 years releasing Merrick Garland to go after any political opponent to the far left, I mean, don't be surprised when Trump puts the wrecking ball in office.
And that's what it is, right? It's a wrecking ball. Matt Gaetz, if he gets confirmed, and that's a big if, but just for blanks and giggles here, let's say he gets that gig, he's there to do one thing, burn it down, right?
That's the American mandate. So there was a guy that was getting all sarcastic with me on social media, which, not too bad. I get sarcastic myself from time to time.
Sure.
But he was getting a little bit fresh, saying that, I keep using this word mandate when I talk about this election, and I don't know what I'm talking about. The American people, by every available piece of exit polling data, were fed up with all of the government agencies interfering in their life. The IRS, the Department of Education, the USDA, the FDA, all of these other federal agencies that have thrown in regulations. You didn't elect these people, yet they're sending your friends and family to jail because they prayed outside an abortion clinic. That's not right. So every single pick that Trump has picked so far that isn't there are a couple of picks that are just normal. Like Doug Burgum, he's pretty normal. Same with his Department of Transportation pick. They're all right because the Department of Transportation doesn't really need burning down. All of the other ones, though, they're mavericks. The dude is like stacked I really mean like the 1990s Olympic dream team. That's what he's bringing to bear.
Tony Kinnett cast here on the Hammer and Nigel Show. Can you stick around for a second segment? I wanted to ask you about Indiana Democrats and their vote for this guy that has been heavily accused of harassment.
You're going to have to be more specific, but sure.
Fair enough.
Be right back with Tony Kinnett cast on the Hammer and Nigel Show.
It's starting to be fall in Indiana, the perfect time to tackle home projects you've been putting off before winter arrives. With Moss Roofing by your side, you don't have to do it alone. They're ready to assist with your roofing and siding needs, ensuring your home is safe and ready for the holidays. Let Moss Roofing, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com, give your home a serious glow-up with premium James Hardy siding, tough enough to face Indiana's wild weather and stylish enough to turn heads on your block. And the best part, their free inspections come with a 3D design preview so you can see your home's stunning makeover before the work begins. Contact Moss Roofing for a job done right every single time at Moss Roofing, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com, or call 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 317-747-3665. That's 747-3665. Or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com. And don't forget, tell them Tony Katz sent you.
Hey, y'all, it's Mindy Winkler. Transitions Indy's FDA-approved laser treatments and PRP work. No more hair extensions damaging my hair. Thanks to Transitions, I have thicker, longer, beautiful hair again. And they've helped my husband Bob with his thinning hair. If your hair is thinning, don't wait. Call Transitions right now, 317-522-2991. And here's why. You can lose up to 50% of your hair before you even notice it. Will Sadler, Clinic Director of Transitions, can help you.
Transitions Indy has over 20 years of experience restoring hair. We will find the solutions that will work for you. Clients can see results in as little as 3 months.
Transitions has the latest technology for men and women. So go to transitionsindy.com or call 317-522-2991. That's 317-522-2991 for a free hair and scalp analysis and get 2 weeks of treatments free. Take it from me. Don't wait.
Hey, it's Rob Kendall. Join me November 21st at Hi-Fi, a celebrity bartender toast to Moselle Sanders, powered by Jack Daniels. I'll be one of the local celebrities creating a unique craft cocktail for you to enjoy. But here's the twist. You get to be the judge of who created the best cocktail. Not only will you have a great time tasting unique drinks, but you'll also be supporting the Moselle Sanders Foundation. Your tickets starting at just $20 helps us reach our goal of $10,000 to feed 10,000 people this Thanksgiving. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at hifiindy.com.
A true partner in your health dedicates time to understanding your needs. At CenterWell Senior Primary Care, doctors make one-on-one time with you a priority, so you can get all your questions answered and feel more confident in your health care. See how it feels to have a team of senior care experts working together to help you feel your best. CenterWell, it's about time. Schedule a tour today at meetcenterwell.com. That's meetcenterwell.com.
Building a home can be fun with Joiner Homes because they handle everything. Permits, schedules, their in-house architectural team and design studio where you choose everything is in one spot. So you're going to be able to focus on the fun stuff and not sweat the heavy stuff. Joiner Homes builds beautiful, unique homes that are character-rich, smart design homes that are affordable. Visit joinerhomes.com and be sure to check out their 5-star Google reviews. That's joinerhomes.com.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Common Threads has teamed up with the Indiana Fever to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
Looking for the hottest trends in jewelry this year? Come to Pierce Jewelers and see their Love to Love collection in lab-grown diamond jewelry. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
It's the Degenerates Next Door, a sports betting podcast for dudes.
Real dudes, not the fake Kardashian-looking like dudes you see on television doing this. The Degenerates Next Door. Download and subscribe today anywhere you get your podcast.
All right, Matt Bear, what are we looking at?
We are looking at the north split in a crash. Westbound 70 is blocking the left lane in the north split and causing stop-and-go traffic back to Sherman Drive. Delays at 6 minutes right now. Inbound 65 stop-and-go MLK to Meridian Penn, 8-minute delay. Eastbound 70 slows from Belmont into the south split. Southwest side, southbound 465 stop-and-go traffic from 70 past Kentucky Avenue. And a crash on the north side. It's Michigan Road at West Lane. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Don't miss the annual B Window Black Friday sale. Up to 52% off all products, plus 10% to manufacturer's rebates and no payments, no interest for 20 months. Now proud to be employee-owned. Visit bwindow.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
50 degrees at the American Standard Heating Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
I'm thinking,
Okay, we're back. It's the Hammer and Nigel show. Tony Kinnett from the Tony Kinnett Cast on 93 WIBC. His show on right after ours at 7 o'clock. Let's talk about the Indiana Democrats for a second, Tony. They elected Indiana Senate Minority Leader Greg Taylor back into his position. He's been accused of harassing multiple women. He apologized, whatever that's worth. What is it with the Democrats and sexual harassment?
Well, look, when you make the entire platform of your social movement in your party, if I can call it that, believe all women, and that just the very hair's breadth of an accusation 30 years old is enough to tear a man and his entire family just into smithereens, talking specifically about Brett Kavanaugh, and you can basically end anyone's life with a shallow half accusation. You got to play by those rules. And then all of a sudden here we go, another Democrat who is enthralled in all of these various accusations. And, again, there's a question as to how much he admitted and the things like that. All I'm saying is I don't ever want to hear you complain ever, 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 ever again when someone on the Republican side of the aisle is accused of anything at all, because you can't even abide under your own standards of accusations and resignations.
And listen, I'll be 100% honest. I think the whole believe all women thing is crap, because I think there are women who are vindictive that would make stuff up. Look what happened to Trevor Bauer. Look what happened to the Duke lacrosse kids. But these are accusations against a high-profile guy in Indiana. So I do think it warrants at least some news coverage. But my goodness, Tony, what happened to the Joe Hogsett story? Joe Hogsett is a bigger fish in the pond than this guy, at least here in Indianapolis. Old Diamond Joe, Boss Hogsett. The media covered that for like 2 days here. And I'm telling you right now, had this been Mike Braun or Todd Rokita or Micah Beckwith or some high-profile Republican, there would be like a team camped out on their front lawn.
Oh, yeah. You guys wanted to know why Channel 13 and Fox 59's viewership is abysmal and in the trash can? According to Nielsen and ComScore, it's because of this. There have been several teachers in the state of Indiana, in the northwestern part as well as in the south central part of the state, over the last 8 months that have been fired for confirmed cases of sexual abuse. And even the whatever the sort of supposedly nonpartisan, nonprofit publication, whatever its name is, that's trying to replace the Indy Star, even they won't cover that stuff. And then they get on social media and they whine, nobody wants to listen to our news anymore. I'm beating Fox 59, 7 p.m. hour. God knows you guys are kicking their tail in the evening show. This is why. They won't cover sexual assault unless it's a Republican.
I guess we should be specific. Joe Hogsett not accused of any assault, but his
whole office was like
up,
the Delta House and Animal House, apparently. You got Thomas Carl Cook's name out there.
That's it.
Sounds like he's fled to Florida now, and Boss Hogsett. And for like 2 days, 2 days, there was really good coverage from the media. And then after that, they wiped their hands clean and said, look, we're done here.
Oh, I'm going to make this clear. I meant what I said for this reason and this reason alone. Under federal law, if you hide sexual assault within the statute of limitations, under federal law, you are complicit in the process of the sexual assault. So if someone in your office is doing some really gross stuff, any kind of sexual assault stuff, and you intentionally cover it up, you intentionally obfuscate or obstruct local or federal investigations, you are complicit in that crime. And so, I mean, I know that we don't exactly need a stack of reasons to dislike Joe Hogsett. The man's got like a Guinness Book of World Record for being a really horrible mayor. But, I mean, yeah, throw it on the pile.
Yeah, pretty much anytime you have the word sex and Hogsett in the same sentence, I promise it will be gross, Tony. What's coming up tonight on the Tony Kinnett Cast?
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about the difficult, kind of hard to have conversations about the Trump picks, why he's picking them. And if you don't like some of the people he's picking, maybe these unelected bureaucrats shouldn't have so much power in the first place.
The Tonus, that's how you find him on X, Twitter, and the Tony Kinnett Cast tonight at 7. Tony Kinnett, thanks, brother.
Thanks, guys. You're the best.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
We know that around the holidays, things don't always go as planned. That's why Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles, the best warranty around. So make memories this season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Shop drivehubler.com or any of our 12 locations. Every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty and includes a 128-point vehicle inspection, plus a free Carfax history report. Choose from over 2,000 Chevys, Fords, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes and models. Certified luxury, even the hard-to-find ones. No matter where your plans take you, spread cheer all season long, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Happy holidays, Indiana. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 12 locations. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-305-8096. 800-305-8096. 800-305-8096.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
I had the ring already. She had made it very clear what kind of ring she wanted.
Yep.
I pretended that I was going to kneel and picked up a pine cone instead of pulling out a ring.
What a jerk. But when I saw that ring, I was like, oh, he did good.
I really love Amy. I really, really genuinely love Amy.
I love you too. At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or Hellsberg.com.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
JMV here. Miss M's Home and Garden has everything you need for the holidays. Arriving this week, fresh cut trees, live wreaths, garland, porch greenery, and more. Visit the Home and Garden Center to shop stunning displays filled with the best quality Christmas decorations. And don't forget houseplants, poinsettias, and more. All that's going to make the gift-giving ideas easy. This Saturday and Sunday is the annual holiday open house. Shop both days for sales, samples, giveaways, and door prizes. Miss M's on State Road 135 south of Whiteland Road in Bargersville.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Marek Mazurek. The Indiana Future Farmers of America and the National FFA organization are partnering to launch a new initiative aimed at growing the offering of agricultural education for Hoosier students. The Grow With Us initiative is designed to provide not only classroom instruction, but also work-based learning experiences and leadership development through the FFA. Ambra Tenery is an Associate Director of Educational Programming at the National FFA. She said education about farming technology and culture is the goal of the program.
Not only coupling it with the traditional production agriculture items, but also really opening the doors and understanding that agriculture is much more than what people might think of that they learned, from the time that they were young.
The initiative is being supported by a grant from the Lilly Endowment. Cook Medical is leading a $24 million investment round to support a San Francisco-based medical device startup developing a minimally invasive treatment for urinary conditions. Bloomington-based Cook said Tuesday it led the Series C financing round for ZenFlow Inc., a 10-year-old private company with more than 24 employees. Cook did not say how much it contributed to the $24 million round. ZenFlow is developing a minimally invasive treatment for urinary obstruction caused by enlarged prostate or benign prostatic hyperplasia. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead, we don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery, unapologetically optimistic, equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world, because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose, creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
Highlighting healthcare, manufacturing, and education, leaders in St. Joseph County are bullish on the region's economy. At the county's annual State of the Economy breakfast, leaders emphasized the continuing themes that attracted an $11 billion Amazon data center and $3.6 billion General Motors battery plant, cheap land, pre-installed infrastructure, and the proximity to a skilled workforce with a major research university nearby. I'm Marek Mazurek for 93.